Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the NXT Roadblock Watch Along. It's your girl, Denise, and we are about 3 minutes away from the show getting started. I actually still have to cue that up right now. Anyways, just pop that in there. And so in about 3 minutes, I'll get the audio rolling for everybody, just in case this is your first watch along and you're like, what the hell is going on here? I do play the audio of the show for everybody. Of course, I can't play the video due to copyright purposes, but we'll be here. We'll be hanging out, reacting to the show, reacting to pretty much everything that is going down on NXT here today. I can't wait. This should hopefully be a fun show. It's at the theater in Madison Square Garden. So, they're going to obviously, I imagine, go all out. We have some really big matches that are taking place. The biggest one is, of course, that title versus title match with the NXT North American Women's Championship on the line. Stephanie's title versus Giulia's title, which is the NXT Women's Championship. So one woman today is going to walk out making history on NXT. So that's going to be huge. On top of that, we also have the NXT champion Oba Femi against Moose. We have the Hardy Boys versus Fraction, and we also have Jordan Grace versus Roxanne Perez. I cannot wait for that. So we definitely have a really good card here today. So it's definitely going to be a very fun show, I believe. And we are 2 minutes away from the show getting started. Let me start queuing it up here on NXT on on Netflix. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the thing going. Loud. Oh, that sounds a little loud. All right, we still got a minute. We still got a minute, so I will. You know what? Let me refresh though. I think I fucked up. Hold on. Let me start all over. Let me start all over. I think I messed up. Hold on. There you go. All right. I think I'm okay now. All right. So we got less than a minute, and I'll just go ahead and stall for some time until we get that going. I'm also gonna there's so much happening, guys. So much happening. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in, by the way. We actually got our first super chat today from Kenty. Kenty, thank you so much. He says, hey, Denise, I'm here for Giulia versus Stephanie. Let's effing go. Dude, I am so excited for that match. I really, really, truly think that Stephanie VAQUER is winning tonight. And oh my God, if Stephanie ends up being the one that makes if she ends up being the one that makes this huge historic moment in women's NXT history, that is going to be freaking cool to see, guys. Like very, very cool. I'm going to be so thrilled if it happens to be Stephanie winning this whole thing. So I cannot wait to see what happens. Kenty, thank you so much. And let me shout out some more people that we got in here. We got Ellen. What's up, Ellen? We got Arthur. We got Stuart Bridgman. We got Chris Holsinger. We got Larice Johnson. The show's about to start. Let me get the audio up. Here we go. We got the Netflix done, and we should be good to go here.
Then, now.
All right, hold on.
Forever.
My StreamYard's acting a little funny. Oh, there it is. So I was like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? What is happening? I was a little nervous there for a second. All right. Anyways, we also got Jay in the house. What's up, Jay? We got Jordy Griffin in here. We got Gadget Man Rob. Okay, guys, let me know if the audio level is okay. If the audio level sounds good, please let me know. You should be able to hear me and the NXT stream in a nice balance. We got Gadget Man Rob in here. We got Henry Kieran. What's up, Henry? We got Hunter Dobbs. Yo! He says, Denise, enjoy the show. Off to work. Thank you so much, Hunter. And have a good day at work, man. I know that first you got to hustle, and then you can enjoy yourself. We got Zachary Walton in here. What is up, Zachary? We got Taylor in the building. What's up, Taylor? We got Jay Grouse 9. We got King Michael Gang 1, 2, 3. We got Juan Carvajal. We got Vin in here. We got Taylor. We got Steven Marchuli with our second super chat of the night. Whoa! Thank you, Steven. He says, will Ricky confront NXT titles match winner? I don't know, actually. That's a really great question. I would be very excited if he did do that. So I'm going to say fingers crossed. But I have a feeling that Ricky Starks might be going in a little bit of another direction before he gets to Obafemi. So we'll see, because after Obafemi faces Moose, I don't know what the next, who the next challenger for Obafemi is. So that's a tough one. And it looks like they're getting started with the tag team match, Fraction versus the Hardy Boys. And this one, guys, is, by the way, for
the following contest scheduled for one fall. It's for the TNA.
Yes, the TNA tag team titles. I was about to say it, but then I second guessed myself for a quick second. I have a feeling, I don't know why, but I have a feeling that Fraction might actually win this. I don't know why. I feel like it might happen, or maybe it won't. Maybe I have a bad read on it, but I have a feeling it could happen. Steven Marchuli, thank you so much for the super chat, and let's see what happens, because like I said, I don't know what the next step for Obafemi is after this. Shout out to Dynasty Dan, who's also in here. We got Benoit Richter also in the building. We got Tanisha Hicks. We got the Champ 39 with another super chat. What's up, Champ 39? He says, hey, Denise, I wish the ladies should have waited until Stand and Deliver. To me, Stand and Deliver is NXT's WrestleMania. After this match, we'll talk about maybe some of the reasons as to why this match ended up taking place tonight, but we'll talk about that afterwards. Also, shout out to my new, what do you guys think? My new water bottle. What do you guys think about my new water bottle? Let me know in the comments. I kid you not. It's a water bottle.
They have been shaking up the world.
I'm so excited about it. Today is its debut. So welcome. His name is Fred. By the way, this is Fred. So welcome, Fred. Thank you. Also Champ 39. So we'll talk more about that later. But again, this is a big show. Like Madison, the theater in Madison Square Garden, New York City. You got to go balls out crazy when you are in New York and when you are in, Madison Square Gardens, the theater. So yes, thank you so much to the Champ 39. Also, thank you so much to Dynasty Dan. We got Charles Credo in the building. Ash Nicole says, what channel is it on? I can't find it. So NXT airs in the United States in the CW. So if you don't have the CW, or you might have it at a different time, you have to check your local listings for that. However, if you are outside of the United States, you can watch on Netflix. If you're in the United States and you want to watch on Netflix, you can use a VPN to change your location and watch on Netflix. So I hope that helps, Ash. We got Nathaniel Bay is in here as well. We got Adam Reidner. Thank you so much for hopping in. Raphael Smith, Icy, Lou S. Corey MacArthur's in the building. We got Seth Iroth. Thank you so much for checking out that interview with Scott D'Amore. A really great interview, by the way. This tag team match just started, but I interviewed Scott D'Amore today. As you guys know, he was the former president of TNA Wrestling for a very long time, and he was actually, he spoke about in the interview how he was the one that kind of started the WWE TNA cross promotion, right? And so it is very interesting. Unfortunately, TNA let him go. He's now doing his own promotion with Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. So we spoke a lot about the business, and if you're really into the business side of pro wrestling, I think you will really enjoy that interview, especially from someone who has been in very many different roles. And look, do a little research, Scott D'Amore. He's done quite a bit, guys. Thank you to Seth Iroth for watching that. We got Tracy WV in the building, who says, hopefully no Snickers needed tonight. Let's have fun. I think everyone's, for the most part, feeling good. I think a lot of people are really excited about Stephanie and Julia here tonight. I'm also really excited about Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez because I'm under the assumption that this is Roxanne Perez's last NXT match. At least that's what I'm assuming. Maybe once we actually see how it plays out, we'll be able to tell whether or not my suspicions are correct or not. But Tracy, thank you so much for the love, for the super chat, and for tuning in. Sending you lots of love. We got Tremaine Young in the building. What's up, Tremaine? John Stamey also sends in a super chat saying, Denise, I hope Stephanie VAQUER and Oba win. Also, you're awesome. Thank you so much, John. You and I have the exact same picks for both of those matches.
Of course, Booker, one of the
Oh,
legends
I'm
on
getting a
LFG with you.
scam call from some health department that's not even my my insurance company. I'm like, what the hell is this? Goodbye. He'll be calling me. But John, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. And let's see what happens. Maybe we will be seeing Stephanie take a W today. Oh, there goes Nathan Frazier with a dive to the outside. And Maxim to follow.
As to who the current greatest active tag team in the world is.
Who's the underdog? Who's the underdog here? That's the question.
Not taking their foot off the gas.
Jesus. Oh, no, he completely missed them. Oh, no. He just went completely over both parties.
Tag team titles.
Wait a minute.
I don't know why, but that looked funny. Oh, my God. Beautiful moonsault. Nathan and Axiom are on another roll right now. Usually, like, here's the thing, it's nothing new to see Nathan and Axiom work incredibly fast, right? Like, nothing new whatsoever. But I feel like because they know they're in there with an iconic tag team like the Hardy Boys, I feel like they're working at an even faster pace. Look, we're already getting this is awesome chance. So, like, that should kind of tell you everything. Also, shout out to Sladonna. Thank you so much to Sladonna for being in here. We got Maxwell. Nice to see you, Matt. Maxwell. We also got Matt Reichel. Good to see you, Matt. We got Arthur E. Andrews, Raphael Smith, Stuart Bridgman, Aaron Teagle, RT. What's up, RT? We got Tater in here. What's up? Arthur says, is that Fred from Toys R Us? Hey, you're right.
And I guess that answers your previous
about
question,
that.
Booker. Cover here.
No wonder I looked at his face and I'm like, he looks like a Fred to me. Now I know why I thought about him. No, wait, no, Toys R Us guy is, the Toys R Us giraffe is Jeffrey. He's Jeffrey, not Fred. Jeffrey. But anyways, I don't know. He just looked like a Fred. What's up to Amazing Videos, Tater72. King of Strong Style. Everyone loves the giraffe.
These guys got a lot
of
miles.
Very happy making his debut. What's up to a true winner one? Mike Centeni.
Crucifix.
All right, I'll catch up with everybody as we press on with the show.
Right into a submission and keeping Matt Hardy grounded is Axiom, is Jeff Hardy now trying to.
They're kind of slowing down the pace right now, but that's because we're on a commercial break.
Appreciate how aggressively Axiom grabbed that rear chin.
This is like their breather moment, you know, where they can kind of like not have to go 100 miles per hour at the moment. Amazing Video says who wins, Oba or Moose? Oh, 100% Oba. It's Oba's title that's on the line. So, like, I don't think Oba's going to be losing that, you know? We got Day Day here who says, best tag team, Lisa and Fred. LaFred or Fredisa. What's up? Shout out to Lisa and Fred. Thank you so much, Day Day. I'll take Fredisa. Fredisa sounds really funny. Or LaFred. Actually, I kind of like LaFred more. I'll take LaFred. Thank you, Day Day. What's up to Alex Ramirez? Thank you so much for hopping into the watch along.
Goes Matt Hardy back.
We also got Byron Cutler. What's up, Byron? Hope you're having a good one.
Beautiful back elbow right there.
Big J says, are you watching on a VPN? Yes,
Matt Hardy coming off those ropes right there. Beautiful technique.
I would not be able to watch NXT out here in California if it wasn't for a VPN because NXT does not air for me until it doesn't air for me until like 8 o'clock. And truthfully, I don't even think I can actually watch NXT on the CW over here for whatever reason. It's just very complicated to watch the CW. even though it definitely is available in a lot of places and is cool move for WWE and for NXT and all of that, it makes it a lot more difficult though to watch. For some people, it makes no difference, but depending on where you live, it's not that easy to watch the CW. But we got a super chat here from Fen Big. Thank you so much, Fen Big, for your generosity. He says, "Hey Denise, thanks for the watch along with best. Last time I was at the theater in Madison Square Garden was years ago to see Motorhead and Megadeth. Cool venue right under the Garden." Yeah, I think several years ago I did a tour of Madison Square Garden. Oh my gosh, look at Jordan Gray. She is doing one-armed push-ups. So, oh no, she's doing two arms. I did a tour of Madison Square Garden when I was 13 years old, and because I really wanted to see Madison Square Garden, right? Like, you know, as a big wrestling fan, an iconic wrestling venue in my first trip to New York. So I did the tour, and I got to see the theater from like the doorway. I didn't go inside, but I did get to see it. I've only ever watched one wrestling show in Madison Square Garden, and it was when they did the Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling joint show. I was there for that, and it was a very, very cool experience. I would love to go back and watch another show at Madison Square Garden. So the MSG Theater looks really nice because it looks big enough to not look like a gym, and it looks small enough to be intimate, you know, so it seems like a really good, perfect size. Not too big, not too small. That's what I'm liking so far about the theater MSG.
To TNA and the
thank you so much, Ben Big. Also good to know that you're a metalhead. Thank you, Ben.
They're leaders in TNA. They're locker room leaders. But look at Axiom.
Another submission, but wait a minute.
Jay Grouse says, Lisa recreate what Jordan did. Oh, hells no. I'd probably die if I tried to do what Jordan did. One-armed push-up. Get it. I can't even do it with two arms, let alone one.
In this match, I mean, I'm almost losing myself here as a fan.
We're about to go there, man. We're about to go there. He just took off his shirt. What are we going to see? Are we going to see it?
Another tag was made. When we talk about locker room, same to be said later when Oba defends the NXT title against Moose. Not going to like it. First, twist of fate countered. Oh!
Such a rare miscommunication between the Hardys.
When we talk about that communication, it's been working for Fraxium. And this could be the moment. Our guys, are we about to witness history?
Maybe about to witness the end of Jeff Hardy, that's for sure. What is Axiom cooking?
Nice.
And you know what's next?
There we go.
Splash.
Oh, beautiful. But I don't think this is it because Matt's getting up.
History. Breaks up the count. You gotta be kidding me.
I don't know. How many historic moments are we bound to have on this NXT show?
Look at the Phoenix splash.
Howie Potter says if Fraxium wins, we riot. Howie, I actually think Fraxium is winning. Trevor L says can't look any worse than the Apex or whatever that UFC shithole is called. A bingo hall is better than that place. I didn't mind it. The only thing that I did kind of mind was that the poor wrestlers did not have that much space between the ring and the barricade. If you remember, they had like a couple of inches. And mind you, they had a whole ass women's ladder match, and having to work around that small space is pretty it looks a little difficult.
Back up.
Guys,
It's a fake from Jeff Hardy. Where is Fraxium? Nope, not yet. And yes, I agree with King Strong. King Strong says this match is hot early. Yes, really good way to kick off the show. So far, NXT has had a better start than Monday Night Raw last night. Am I wrong or am I right? Be real here, guys. Be real. Am I wrong or am I right?
World Tag Team titles on the line.
Let me know.
And Frazier come back over
We got
his
John
corner.
Taylor. Thank you so much,
Don't know
Don
if he went for
Taylor.
a tag,
He
and
says
now
a little
Axiom
voice in my head
realizes
reminded me not to miss NXT tonight, and then I remembered it was you from last week.
From the top, so is Jeff.
I did
Jeff
say,
might not
I
realize
said, do
it,
not
though,
miss
but Axiom
NXT
is
this
a legal
week.
man.
And look,
Able to
I'm
roll
already
through,
right
Jeff
because
popping back to
this
his feet.
Fraxium Hardy
Axiom
Boys
caught.
match has been very, very
Twist of
fun.
fate counter, backslide, shoulders down for the title.
Has
and another
been
near fall.
fast-paced
Oh, big
action.
knee just rocking Jeff.
Thank you, John. Hope you're having a good day.
Frazier.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Fraxium is banking on the Hardys running out of gas here tonight. I can feel it in my bones.
See, everyone's
Could
saying
this
I'm
be
right.
it?
Looking for that.
Oh,
Jeff had a
that was,
counter.
oh no, he kicked his own partner. Oh no, I just realized he kicked Nathan Frazier. Oh shit, I was so
Twist of
wrong.
fate.
I think the Hardy Boys
But
might
remember,
actually retain.
It's Frazier who is
Thought we
legal.
might have seen like a moment there being made. I was
Get
so
ready, New
wrong.
York City.
Okay, let's see. Jeff's going for a swanton.
Swan, Ton, Bomb.
I think that's it, bro. That's it. 1, 2, 3. That was it, ladies and gents. The Hardy Boys win and retain their championship. So they remain TNA Tag Team titles. With Fraxium, it's still are still NXT Tag Team champions. But yeah, Tracy says I'm wrong. Trust me, it was a way better match than Jey Uso and Grayson Waller. I hate to say it. 100% a better match, better start to the show. Let's see what we got. See, we got Antonio Rivera saying right. Henry Kiernan, right. Gadget Man Rob, right. Daryl McCluskey says right. NXT is better start from Raw last night. Like, legit, that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, this was a really, really fun way to kick off the show.
But it's Matt and Jeff who
Very,
are
very
still
fun way to kick
the
off the
TNA
show.
World Tag Team Champions.
In New York City, watching the main event between Giulia and Stephanie. Because baby Jada Parker got next. You know what I'm saying? Or not?
Jada.
Yes, ma'am.
I tell my team every week on LFG.
Oh, wait, we knew she was going to be on there, right? I forgot.
For an
Like,
opportunity.
she looks gorgeous.
Or you can go out and make your own. Well, if there's anything that I know about you from watching you for this past year, is Miss Parker don't play.
At all.
And she certainly don't wait.
On nobody.
No, she goes out and she takes. And she takes and makes zero apologies for it. Am I right?
Learn from you.
And in my opinion, you belong at the top with Stephanie, with Giulia.
Oh,
But you both
good.
know that opinions only take you so far, and it is stand and deliver.
Oh,
season.
I like to hear
I was
that.
about to say, is that like a little teaser as to what Jada might be
You wanna
doing?
shot at the top of the mountain, at the top of this division,
I do.
the best women's division.
I do.
You better go get it.
You damn right. And real recognizes real. You know what, Miss Hardcore Country? You got me locked in.
Okay, babe.
Appreciate you.
You love to see it. Oh shit! Roxanne versus Jordan Grace is next.
One fall. Introducing first from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Well, the prodigy is here, taking center stage inside the historic theater of Madison Square Garden. This matchup is presented by
And everyone showing some love to Mickey and Jada. Love to see it.
Next,
Love to see it.
on NXT Roadblock.
All right, let's see. We got a couple of super chats. Let me catch up here really quickly. Let me mute the commercials really quickly. We got Day Day here who says Lisa Fred signature move finisher is the line dance. Yeah, a little two-step, little back step, a little turn. We got this. We got this. Oh, and a clap. It was the steps that they had us do for the first one was like step, your right leg step, 2, 2 steps back, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get the other leg, do a clap. That's all I remember. Like, that's all I remember. Thank you, JJ. We got John Taylor who says Fraction versus Hardy Boys, take my money. You see, John, I was right. I told you, tune into today's show. You're going to have a good time. And already a really good start. And I don't think that Roxanne and Jordan is going to disappoint. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a good match too. And the thing that I had said earlier that I'm most excited about is that I'm still under the assumption that this is going to be the final match for Roxanne Perez and Roxanne Perez in NXT. I feel like this is the way for her to go out. Her losing to Jordan Grace in Madison Square Garden, I feel like that is the best way for her to, you know, make her way out. Thank you so much to John Taylor. We got Issa David here who says, what's up, David? Nice to see you once again here on the stream. He says, so I live in St. Louis and NXT airs an hour late because of the local news on the CW. So I have to watch on Netflix by VPNing it to Canada. It is what it is. It's Tuesday Night Rocks. Let's go. David, you and I are in the exact same boat. NXT doesn't start for me until 8 o'clock. And that's on the CW. For me, it's KTLA Channel 5 after the news and everything. So I also have to watch on Netflix with a VPN. And I just put, actually, I don't know, I like to switch it up. For Raw, I like to put that I'm in Canada. And then for NXT, I like to put that I'm in the United Kingdom. I don't know why. I switch it up. Mondays, I'm in Canada. Tuesdays, I'm in the UK. I like to go places. David, thank you so much for the super chat. And yes, me and you are in the same boat, man. All right, we got Mike Parker collects. Hey, Mike, I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back to the streams. Mike Parker says NXT almost always has a better start, as they usually start with a match or much less talking than Raw. See, I don't agree with that because, like, I do like the talking segments on Raw. I do like when they open up, like, with a hot start like that. So I don't mind them kicking things off with like a talking segment on Monday Night Raw. Thank you so much, Mike. We got Corey MacArthur in the building who says, I can't miss NXT Roadblock along and watch along. Yeah, no, I was gonna say like this one is a can't miss show for sure. They definitely did a lot to stack it up with these multiple big matches for sure. Thank you so much, Corey. We got the Champ 39 who says, Denise, I'm confused. Is Roxanne still NXT star? Yeah, she is still an NXT talent. Like, she hasn't been moved to the main roster or anything like that. Sure, she was on Raw, qualified, made it to the Elimination Chamber, but she is still an NXT talent. That's why I'm excited to see how this match ends tonight, because that is going to tell us the future of Roxanne Perez, you know? Thank you so much to Champ 39. We got Tracy WV says, Denise is turning heel. Cena's turn hating on Jay. I love Jay Uso, but they need to spice up that story. I just feel bad because, like, it's just not a hot story between him and Gunther. And I really hope they find a way to, like, heat it up. I think once they do, then I will be back on the money train. And I will be back on it, in it. But as of right now, they got to win me over. They got to win my love, you know? Playing a little hard to get. Thank you so much, Tracy. All right. And in the meantime, let me see who else is in here. If I haven't shouted you guys out, please let me know. Icy says she's going global, folks. Don the Visionary says, oh, you're fancy, Denise. Yo, I go first class to United Kingdom, first class to Canada, first class all the way. All right, we're back on the show.
Last week.
We got the D'Angelo family chatting it up.
American champion.
Stacks, what are you talking about?
We'll get it back. No. Let my temper get the best of me. You guys don't understand what T and I have been through.
Yeah, but I do. Stacks, you're the underboss.
I swear to God, Luca Crucifino and Tony D'Angelo look exactly the
same thing
same
can be
to
said
me.
about the family right now. No respect.
Exactly
not
the
fear.
same.
No one is looking
I
at.
get what you're saying, all right? I get the point, and I agree with you. Listen, we're at our best when we have a game plan. So this is what we're gonna do.
I'm already on it, Don. Next week, 6-man tag match is gonna be Luca, me, and Riz versus Izzy, Brooks, and Nico.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Ava already approved.
That consigliere on it.
Okay. All right, well, where the hell do I figure out all this, huh?
I just thought that, you know, since I dropped the ball.
Don the Visionary says they are literally
Listen,
twins. Are they actually
My
twins?
back is
Like
fine.
legit? Or are
All
you
right.
just messing with
And you
me?
didn't cost me the match.
Are they legitimately twins?
Okay, all right.
My
do
Tony
this?
D'Angelo,
Fine.
Luca Crucifino
Of course.
knowledge is not that
Thanks,
is
Steve.
not that strong. So
WWE 2K acknowledges Roman Reigns as your WWE 2K25 cover superstar.
Don
Behind
says,
the
no, I'm
legacy of
playing.
one of WWE's
Oh
most
man, you
dominant
fooled me there for a
dynasties with
second. I was starting to look at them and I'm like, I don't think they're
Bloodline
twins.
Edition.
They just look
WWE
alike a whole lot.
2K25 will
I
reshape
have
the future
twin
of the
brothers
franchise with new
and
match types,
two
gameplay
strangers.
changes,
They
and
look
an entirely
completely
new gameplay
identical.
experience
To
called
me,
The
having
Island.
known them their
WWE
entire
2K25
lives,
is
I
available
can
worldwide
see the
this
differences in
Friday.
them
We're on a
in like
Tuesday
little ways,
inside
right?
the
But if I were
historic
to pull up my
theater
twin
at
brothers here on the
Madison Square
stream,
Garden
none of
for
you guys would be
Roadblock.
able to tell them apart. But once you see twins for a very long time, then you can tell them apart.
And her opponent.
All right, here we go. Jordan versus Roxanne, baby, part 2.
And Graves, she had to know that being Jordan Grace with her.
Thank you, Hassan. I'm actually not having a bad hair day today. I struggle with my bangs all the time. I think I finally found a way to get them like this all the time. I think I finally found the trick. What I do is I like grab them and I put my hand down like here, and then I get my flat iron and I flat iron, and then I do like a little turn right at the very tip to kind of give it a little, bounce, but a little one, not too much, because sometimes when you do it too much, it just gets all messed up.
Well, I'm glad that Graves brought that up, Book, because I want to ask you, will the Prodigy regret attacking physically?
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
The Juggernaut.
I don't think so. Sometimes you got to do things a little bit out of the box, and right now, Roxanne Perez is proven to be the best here in NXT. And right now, like I say, this is the #1 contenders match. Who wins this match?
Ooh, Jordan Grace is coming in with a lot more sass into this match, which makes sense because she's lost to Roxanne Perez already before, so she knows that she has to come in with maybe a little bit more of a different game plan, right? She's lost to her once. She doesn't want to lose to her again. Howie Potter, you're welcome for the hair hacks. Thank you so much, Since Stalker. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, the tag team match was rad.
Disqualified as high as emotions are running.
When I bring up championship consideration, of course, they want to do that when we return WrestleMania weekend. Tickets for Stand and Deliver on sale now. But Grace got caught and beautiful, taking out that vertical base. Smart strategy, Book.
Just one step ahead. Like I say, Roxanne Perez, we talk about this all the time. Hard work is easy work. When you're in the gym training, you ain't got to get ready. You stay ready.
Jordan Grace might want to get that knee looked at after it was stomped.
Well, what a night we have. There is the TNA X Division champion, Moose. Will he walk out tonight with NXT Gold?
I like that they're showing everybody behind.
Right now up to 7. I believe he's on 8. Jordan Grace now just able to crawl back in the ring and break the count.
Jordan's patella was crushed between Roxanne's boot and the steel ring stairs. And look at Perez go.
Take another look.
Crushed.
Smart by Roxanne Perez. She don't care if she wins by count out by any means necessary. That's the growth of Roxanne Perez.
And Book, you got to imagine that no matter who wins, both are going to be locked in to that winner-take-all main event.
You got to understand.
Cover here.
Kick out.
I mean, Stephanie VAQUER came here. Giulia came here for one reason, and that is to compete with one person, Roxanne Perez, to conquer one person, Roxanne Perez. And I must say, Giulia did a hell of a job.
Well, now look at Roxanne Perez. She knows there's a bullseye on the body of Jordan Grace. And if you can cut out Grace's lower body, that really doesn't take away some of her power.
It could completely negate the power possessed by Jordan Grace, and it's a smart strategy by Roxanne working.
We got John Taylor here who says, I took to NordVPN Airlines to Mother England for a suspiciously short trip that only lasts the length of NXT, although I stowed away in the WOL.
And look at this submission. Center of the ring, nowhere for
I'm
Perez
what do you call it? I'm a first class VPN person. There you go. First class. Love to see it.
It's not necessarily a
quickest flight ever.
It's effective.
Tremendous awareness.
John, thank you so
by
much
Perez.
for the love, man.
She was in trouble,
man,
and the quickest way out was to attack the already damaged knees of Jordan
Stalker
Grace.
says, I really like how the venue looks inside. Looks
for everybody
great.
Here tonight, it's about clearing out a roadblock for your path to WrestleMania weekend. Big slam out of the corner, and now looking for a little Grace under pressure, but the knee.
Ouch, she got tangled there for a
Goes back
second.
to what you said, the strategy of working both legs and Book and Prodigy. You can't give her a slip.
Roxanne Perez took total advantage of it right there. Like you said, you cannot open a window or leave a door slightly
Dylan
open
Johnson
because
says,
Roxanne
Roxanne
will
screaming
take
reminds me of
advantage
AJ Lee. I was going to say, I have so many similarities.
I'm sure running through the mind right now, Perez and Jordan Grace just fighting for her life.
Getting a little messy in there with some hair pulling.
Roxanne. And right across that metal bar, and there's barely any pad there.
Big G says Jordan is probably going to win since she's on the roster now. Yeah, she needs to get her win back from Roxanne. That's my prediction there. Jordan for the win.
In this matchup because Roxanne is in control.
Right now, we've been pretty much seeing Roxanne with the upper hand, but we are on a commercial break. Oh, we're still going to be able to see the match though. So
Going
that's
for
good.
another cover. Perez.
Yes.
And wherever
We
you're
got
watching in the world, this is Roadblock.
Roro
These two
Noah,
best women in the
Zora who
world. But
here
tonight,
says
I think we all
"Vaquer
can
Diosa."
agree.
I hope you
The
checked
eyes
out
of
the
the
interview
wrestling
with me
world
and
are gonna be locked
Stephanie.
in
It's
on
up if you
Giulia
want to check it
and
out here on the
Stephanie
channel.
Vaquer.
You can check it out afterwards. You can check it out now whenever you want. It's a very, very good one. What's up to Anthony Headsman? Thank you so much for tuning in to the watch along. Hope you're having a good one.
It's going to be a hell of a history-making night.
Right now, Perez looking to make a little history of her own.
Hey, Carlton. Nice to see you on the stream today. Doing good, feeling good, getting a lot done today. I try to get a lot done, but I'm still super behind, though. It's kind of ridiculous right now.
Oh, definitely others Perez that she's looked at as a bit of an
There's no time for nothing. I have so many things that are just floating around on the to-do list. Hey, what's up, Gary Sirico? Good to see you back on here. We also got Randall in the building representing the Twitter peeps. What's up? Trevor Al says flying VPN Airlines is preferable to sailing the seas. The water be more treacherous than ever. I ain't taking no VPN shit.
Anywhere in the world, Roxanne Perez slips out the back door.
Ooh, brought her down again. Really going after that left knee of Jordan Grace is what we were seeing Roxanne do here.
Kick out, but she's been able to stay one.
You know what? You know why? Because Roxanne Perez truly believes she's on high.
Hey, what's up, Chuck J? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream, man. Thank you.
Like I say,
Howie Potter says, Denise, I'm going to check out your exclusive interview with Stephanie Vaquer on the channel later. Please do.
Grace, that's going to catapult her to the stratosphere. I can't wait, man.
Oh,
I'm
no.
talking about the Nebula, baby.
I love this attack, this targeted attack from Roxanne Perez.
Whoa.
And the turning point of this matchup was when the knee, what'd you say?
Yeah, she's really going to town on that knee of Jordan.
Steps that hard, and for Roxanne Perez now stepping through. Thought she was looking for a sharpshooter, but no, it is a.
Oh, she brought out a figure four.
Modified figure four. It looks like most of the pressure is going to be on Jordan Grace's right shin and ankle.
Look at the anguish in Jordan Grace's face. Right now, she's feeling nothing but
Roxanne has really just like blossomed into an even, like she already, when she came into NXT, she was already such a strong performer, but she has blossomed into something even bigger than what she was when she first came in. Like she really has just grown before our eyes.
The damage has been done. Roxanne Perez has done exactly what she needed to do.
Well, how frustrating can that be for Roxanne? Because Jordan Grace has taken a lot of punishment. She's still moving forward.
We got a crowd split too. Some are going for Roxanne, some are going for Jordan. Ooh, nasty. She is like just ripping that knee apart.
Oh, man.
We got King of Strong Style who says, I love the look of the building. Feels like a big show. I agree.
Oh, I don't know if the knees got up.
Icy says, I can't wait for Roxanne to be in the main roster championship match. Yeah, I don't know. Depending again on how today ends. If it ends in a way where it doesn't look like it's Roxanne's last match, then I guess she might still be wrestling Jordan again for Stand and Deliver. But again, I still think that today's the last one. But I'm starting to doubt myself. Hey, what's up, Daniel Pinson? Thank you so much for hopping in. Also, shout out to Mick Diesel. Good to see you in here. Dylan says, Denise, I think you're ahead of me. Oh, no. Yeah, it's very hard sometimes to get a thing, you know?
Stomping again at the already damaged leg and knee of Grace. The prodigy has been locked in.
Juan says he's doing all right. A bit tired from adult responsibilities. I think we all are, Juan. Feel you. I feel you. I just want to sit down for a whole week and not do anything. I just want to be in my living room watching TV and doing puzzles and doing nothing else. No thinking, no working, no nada.
Didn't have a lot on that body slam. I don't know if those legs gave out just a little bit, but still able to fight through. And one more. She got all that one, but you see her just going down to that.
Trevor Al wants to see a four-way with Rox, Giulia, Steph, and Jordan.
Obviously fighting through a great deal of pain right now, but adrenaline can make you do amazing things.
Ooh, there she goes again.
Look to steal one of your words. Rolling through, center of the ring, shoulders down. Oh, what a kick out.
I don't like that.
Oh, man, she Oh, I love that.
Sit down style.
The way
Still,
that
man,
Jordan folded
not
Roxanne's body, like, mind you, Roxanne is very, very tiny.
what a
Very,
night
very
this
tiny.
is. Still to come, the NXT
So the
title
fact that she
will
was
be on the
able
line.
to, like,
Oba
fold
Femi
her that way
taking
looked
on
really
Moose,
good.
our
Really,
second
really good.
of 3 championship
And
matches.
Stalker says definitely PLE vibes on the show so far. Yeah, 2 back-to-back really good matches. 2 back-to-back. This is awesome, Chance. Hey, what's up, Jose Alvarado? Thank you so much for coming in. That's what I was thinking going into this match. I'm not too sure, but I still think it might be.
Grace once again attempting a muscle buster. Perez put the brakes on.
Welcome, Cadillac Carson.
Perez got caught and rolling right through, but does she have enough in those legs?
I don't think so. Not with that bad knee. Can she? No, she can't. Like I said, she's compromised right now, Vic. Jordan Grace is compromised.
I love that slap. It's like, hey, stop it. Almost like a mother and a child. You're in trouble. I'm going to spank you. Child's moving. That's terrible.
She's got her feet underneath her just enough to mitigate the impact. Super
Ooh,
kick.
beautiful super kick.
In that moment, and
Takes her down again.
Grace.
I love
Gotta
it.
be impressed
The
with the prodigy
strategy
tonight.
that Roxanne has.
Oh,
Oh,
that's gonna do
beautiful
it.
Hurricanrana.
And look at the
Yo,
prodigy
she's
right
on
now.
fire.
Roxanne Perez not wasting any
This
time.
girl is on
She
fire.
wants this victory. She wants to put down Jordan Grace here in New York City.
Oh!
Frog
Oh,
splash.
shit.
Cover. Count.
That frog splash looked interesting. I want to see a replay of that. That was an interesting frog splash. It just looked different from your normal frog splashes. Because she had to go even further. Oh my God. Will Jordan tap here? No way.
Shoulders down.
Wait a minute.
Nice counter by Grace. Roxanne obviously having to relinquish the hold, but just got caught, got hoisted, up, able to go right back down. In the combination offense again by Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne just 1 step, maybe 2 steps ahead of Jordan Grace here tonight.
Didn't get the pop rocks, but got the back slide and a near fall.
Oh, big back fist by Grace.
What a match between these two.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
And you talked about adrenaline earlier.
Yeah, I was like wondering. I was like, how is Jordan going to get her comeuppance again in this match? Oh, that was nasty. There it is right there. Oh my God, that was nasty. And I wonder if this is Roxanne's last match between, like, in NXT. Because what a performance. She dominated the entire match. She looked like a bloody, brilliant mastermind going constantly after that knee of Jordan Grace. And then Jordan just like, bam, getting her finisher in there and finishing off Roxanne really, really quick. Like she just made it by the, you know, by a little bit. She just made that victory.
What a night it has been here.
Ooh, there's a little bit of blood on Roxanne's chin too. Wow, I don't know, because I was thinking if they kept the camera on Roxanne a little longer and maybe allowed for the crowd to do a little like applause, then maybe I would have thought that was it for Roxanne, but maybe I'm wrong. But that was a freaking great match. I can't even, they was so different from their first match too, which I liked, by the way, but yeah, I just like, that was so great.
Versus Titan. There is Moose. Can he become the new NXT champion, or can the ruler?
1 second, guys. I gotta do a second recording here.
Clear his roadblock to WrestleMania weekend in Law.
Oh, there's the Undertaker. I'm not recording. Hold on. Don't do anything yet. I'm not recording.
I've been watching you for a while now. And I gotta tell you, I'm impressed.
Dang. All right, here we go. The Undertaker being impressed by Oba Femi.
I
That's
need to tell
a
you
huge
how
thing.
important this match is tonight. What I will tell you is to go out there and defend your yard.
Yes. Ooh. I'm trying to be Oba. That's a really good, like, rub there for Oba Femi. Hell freaking yeah. I'm so happy that he got that moment. Yep, he got that Undertaker stamp. You're right, Elvin. You're definitely right. Let me see. We got, Oh, we got Mike Parker Collects. Thank you so much, Mike Parker, who's also a DWO member for the last 25 months. You're incredible, Mike. He says, I can see Roxanne dethroning Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship bout. Yeah, I think so too. Right now, unfortunately, on the character side, it hasn't been so strong for Lyra, but the wrestling is still strong. But as you know, we do kind of need a little bit more. So I can see that happening as well. We got Servasha E. Thank you so much for the super chat. Servasha says, Denise, I've been loving your stream. Makes the show so much more enjoyable. Thank you so much for saying that. I am, very happy when I see people constantly returning to the streams because that means they are enjoying them. And seeing new people makes me also very happy because I'm like, shit, like the fact that you guys clicked on my channel, I do not take that lightly. I consider that very important. Like anytime someone clicks on the channel, clicks on a stream, it is my chance to like get them to stick around. And so you saying that really means a whole lot. So thank you so much to Servasha E for the kind comments there. All right, so what is everyone thinking here? People are saying I'm frozen. Am I frozen? I'm not frozen. Y'all scared me for a second, but I don't think I'm frozen. All right, I think I'm good, right? Let me know in the comment section if I am okay. Y'all scared me for a little bit. Okay, good. I panicked there for a second. We got Juan Olate who says, hey, hola, Denise. Greetings from the best country, Chile. I love how many people we're getting here from Chile today because, of course, your girl Stephanie VAQUER is in the building today with a massive match. So I'm loving the fact that we are getting a lot of people from Chile that are tuning in to watch the actual to watch the match. It's a big deal, guys. Like, she has a huge chance of making history here tonight. So really, really massive thing to do. All right, let's see what else we're seeing. Thank you so much, Amazing Videos, for the kind comment. Boycott Activision says, why does Oba look similar in height to Taker? Well, I mean, The Undertaker is very tall. I think we forget how tall he is because we've been seeing him for so many years. But Oba Femi is just a lot more, muscular, so he tends to look a lot bigger. But also, like camera placement and things like that play a role into that as well. But yes, in soccer, you're right. What an endorsement from The Undertaker to Oba Femi. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, King of Strong Style. Let's see. We got Howie Potter who says Oba was just endorsed by Taker. He is going to be a big star someday. It's so wild. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but when Oba Femi first got hired by WWE, I was there at his tryout and like I saw at SummerSlam Las Vegas, like I was seeing everybody, try out and whatnot. And Oba Femi was there and I was walking down the hallway and I saw Oba Femi in a, Performance Center shirt with some other guy. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, did you just try out for WWE? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, did any of you guys get signed by WWE? And Oba, who was like, yeah, he's I got signed. And I'm like, oh shit, you got signed? And then I was like, hey, do you mind if I tweet this out that you got signed? And he was like, no, go right ahead. And so I made sure to put that out there. And so it's very cool to know that it went from like me running into Oba in the hallway before like right the day that he got signed to now he's like, NXT champion and he's got the people behind him and people really love him. Like, it's so crazy to think. And sometimes I think we forget the power of WWE and how they can make stars. You could literally go from average Joe, and I'm not saying Oba Femi was an average Joe, but like literally we're all average Joes, right? You could go from just being anybody to all of a sudden being a mega star. And it's like, wow, like I think sometimes we forget how the machine could, really make someone into something. So it's very, very cool to see. Very, very cool.
Time for tonight's NXT Focus, presented by Progressive.
All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm behind on the LFG series. I literally saw episode 1 and I haven't gone back and watched the other ones. I'm very, very behind. So I don't even know what episode they're on right now. Like what? I'm assuming episode 3 or 4. Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to ever go back and watch it.
Let's do this.
Howie Potter, I wish. No, he showed his skill, bro. He showed his skill, and he's a big guy too. Big guy. We got let's see who and I felt bad too, though. His friend, the guy that he was walking with, didn't get signed. That's all I remember, because it was two guys. One of them was Oba, and I was like, hey, which one of you guys got signed? And it was only him. And the other guy he was with was also a pretty big dude, but he didn't get signed, though. I don't know what became of him. I don't even know his name, so I can't even see you.
And next week he gonna feel it when I knock his ass out cold.
We don't fear nothing that exists.
We got Day Day here, who says, who's your favorite Hispanic women's wrestler? Also W Oba. Thank you so much, Day Day. Growing up, I was always a big fan of Fabi Abache. I was a fan of hers for sure. So I would probably throw her out there as someone that I would consider one of my favorites for sure. Thank you so much, Day Day. Oh shit, I just realized. I'm like looking at moves, and I'm like, oh wait, it's time for, it's already time for Oba moves. Yeah, okay. Wow, this show has been like one match after another that's like, there's no moment to even be like, this match, I don't care about this match. There's none of that right now. It's just like, match we're interested, match we're interested in, match we're interested in.
Oba Femi, and if he can, we're looking at the new NXT champion. Travis Scott in WWE had an exclusive apparel drop with the Travis brand. Cactus Jack features the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, John Cena, and Travis himself. Get your Cactus Jack in WWE apparel now at WWEshop.com.
Guys, these hallowed grounds have certainly hosted their share of heavyweight title fights over the years. But I have a feeling this one's about to
All right, here we go. It's time. Yup, and exactly what I said earlier, Sven. New York City, you've got to bring it. Facts.
Sold out. Theater.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Make sure to give some love to everybody who's ready for this match.
Both stand over 6.
Hey, what's up, Matthew? Hey, Matthew. He says it was nice meeting you and Reg after AEW Revolution. It's me, Matthew. Nice, dude. Thank you so much for coming up to us and saying hello. That was very, very nice of you. Really, truly made our night. So thank you so much, and I hope you had a good time at Revolution. Thank you, Matthew.
If I did that, I'm going to cease and desist from your people.
Hey, what's up, Andrew? We got Andrew in the house. We got Jay Grouse here who says no bread, no water, just meat. Facts.
So right now, let's go up to our ring announcer.
This is going to be fun.
Mike Rowan.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
I just want to see power in this match, you know? Just two big, powerful dudes going at it.
Introducing the challenger, weighing at 270 pounds, representing the system. He is the TNA X Division Champion.
The Schmidt Live says, I meant to say, is it streaming on Peacock or on the NXT CW? NXT CW, yeah. I'm watching on Netflix with VPN, which is how I'm able to watch, but I know a lot of people have questions about it. If you want to watch live and then you're in the United States, you can watch on Netflix as long as you have a VPN and change your location. If not, then you'll have to just wait. Some people are able to watch it live depending on where you live in the United States, and others have to wait a couple of hours afterwards depending on your location. So just to throw that out there for everybody.
when we think of all the former NXT champions, the Seth Rollins.
Joe says, is this the only NXT title match? It's this one, and then the title versus title match with Stephanie and Giulia, which is the NXT Women's Championship versus the NXT North American Women's Championship. And then we had earlier was the TNA Tag Team match, which the Hardy Boys retained. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Because after that, Javon Evans and Ethan Page is a New York City street fight. This one here is for the NXT Championship, of course. And then Roxanne and Jordan was non-title. There was no title. So yeah, that's what we've got so far.
Gotta wonder, Graves, if the Undertaker.
Sabasha E says, first time seeing Moose. Moose is a very good wrestler. Very good wrestler. I think he has a really good presence too. That's one of the things I like about Moose. He has a main event qualities in Moose.
Both of these athletes understand the magnitude.
Thank you so much for the love, Matthew. That's so nice of you. And I will let Reg know to have a happy birthday. He's celebrating his birthday today. I've been texting him all day. So yeah, no, very, very Reg is a good friend of mine. He's a good one. I was so happy that he was able to spend a couple days here. He was here Saturday and Sunday. And it was nice because we also got to see Will. He came over on Sunday. And it was just cool. Like, so nice to just be chilling, you know, talking in the living room and catching up. And, you know, I don't know when I'm seeing Will again because, you know, he's, you know, busy on the road and stuff. But hopefully we get to see each other soon again. Don't know when. Probably not until All In, which sucks, but what can you do? Juan is like, Reg is chilling with all the weed and Henny. Also, that was a sick clothesline there.
300 plus pounds ever been dropped with one.
Wow.
Oh, but look at the comeback.
That was one of the things I want to see is power and intensity in this match.
What that talk did for Obafemi. What do you think that?
Yeah, Spen Big says Reg almost got his car towed fast, dude. Our neighbors saved him.
Well, he got to take care of business himself.
Oh, nice! I love that, like, that choke slam onto the freaking ring apron because it looks more impressive because of their size. Like, that's the thing about big meaty wrestlers, right? That they could do some simple moves and it'll just be 100 times more effective because of their size.
Pulling punches right now.
I'm sorry, guys. My voice is really like fucked up the last couple of days.
I mean, I love it. I mean, no playing, no jiving. This is truly a heavyweight bout here in the Mecca. Here in the Mecca.
I think my talking water intake ratio is not on par right now. Usually I'm a lot better about the more I talk, the more water I drink. And lately I haven't been drinking that much water. I know, so bad. Don't worry, I'm back on it. I got back on it yesterday and today. So I'm trying to get my water intake back up to help with my voice. So a little off right now. It's been a little off since Canada.
Looking at the body language right now, Obafemi seems like
Sub-Zero says no water, no bones, just meat.
Taking care of business.
Wow! And how often
Howard Potter.
Obafemi?
Fun fact, the apron is the hardest part of the ring. No wrestling fan knows that. We all just forget. We have to hear it 100 times. Daniel Pinson says, how is Twitter live now? It's working now. Yeah, it's back like normal.
Another cover.
What's up, Stephen Marchulli? He sends in a super chat. Thank you so much, Stephen, for your constant support. He says, Oba versus Gunther, take my money. Yo. Take my money.
Well, not only that,
I hope they like do Ilya and Oba too. That would be fun. I can't wait till they run back Ilya and Gunther. I feel like I need to see that at least once a year for my health. For my health, once a year, we should all be seeing Gunther versus Ilya. Just to, like, you know, keep us going. Thank you, Steven.
300 pounds. And a 3-time TNA World Champion.
Exactly. My banks can't do all the work. Thank you, Carl Howie.
Close to 140 days.
John Taylor says, did Reg meet Mama Salcedo, inquiring minds and all? Definitely not. Reg did not meet Mama Salcedo. Ain't no way. Ain't no how. Thank you, John. I just realized we're on a commercial break, actually. I didn't even realize it.
He just jumped out of
because they've been going for the most part.
and a kick out. And I don't know if any of the scouts from the New York Knicks are here.
Hey, what's up,
but they
Mike?
might wanna go about
Says anything
Carl
exciting
Moose
so
to help
far?
him in the East.
A lot of good matches. Fraction Hardy's really good. Jordan, Roxanne, really good. Now we're on to Oba and Moose. Oh, and there was a Oba Undertaker moment backstage. So yeah, so far a lot of stuff that's happened.
He's got the experience factor. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Granted, the lights might be a little bit brighter here on this stage inside the sold-out theater of Madison Square Garden.
Moose understands the assignment, using his nearly 300-pound frame to just put all of his weight on the NXT champion and drain the life out of the ruler.
Scholarly just leaning on Obafemi right now, just using all of his body weight.
Yes, Carlton, I am watching on Netflix. I don't get any ads on Netflix because I found out yesterday I'm on the standard tier. Sorry, I didn't know I was on the standard tier. It's the no ads tier. We got Boycott Activision here who says, I wish Oba could be called up in the draft instead of waiting until next year. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
On the edge of their seat since the beginning of the night. They've kept the energy up.
We got Day Day here who sends in a super chat, says, I hope to see the California connection at All In, and did you cook for them? Love that you guys are really close. W Roadblock. Thank you so much, Day Day. I definitely did not cook. I don't cook at all. But I did buy Reg a breakfast burrito. Ooh, dang. That's a good toss there. I noticed Reg doesn't eat a lot though. He eats very, very little. I eat more than Reg. That was my big thing that I noticed. Nice powerbomb on Oba. I mean, sorry, powerbomb on a Moose from Oba.
But wait a minute. Oba just realizing.
Yeah, so that was one of the things I noticed. I'm going to make sure to make fun of Reg for that tomorrow.
Hey, listen, if anything, that was a blessing in disguise.
Thank you, Day Day.
Unbelievable. And now both superstars spilling right out here.
John Taylor says that is weird for a pothead.
Best, but you got to get.
Oh no! Into the
I feel like he runs on coffee and weed. Coffee and weed. That's what Reg runs on. Oh, look, there's Stephanie getting ready. And she's got golden horns today. Ooh.
Winner take
golden horns for golden titles, maybe.
Sending Obafemi back inside the ring. Moose understands that that's the only way to become NXT champion with champion's advantage in effect.
Moose charging right in.
Oh no, it froze. Okay, we're back. I was about to say I do not want to have to deal with that.
Obafemi, they're both following each other. They both got the same idea.
Wow.
What is it going to take
to the face.
get the other man down?
Check it out. I can see him. He's getting ready.
Nice. Oh, but Oba got him instead.
What a knockout in the theater of Madison Square. Wow.
Yeah, I don't want this match to end. I like the meat.
Able to
Keep
kick out.
going.
This matchup continues.
Keep it
But look at
coming.
Obafemi realizing it. Just dropping the challenger into another cover and another near fall. This matchup continuing.
Listen,
and I know we want to be homers. Here, but you can't take anything. You've got to give Moose his flowers.
You just know everyone was impressed when like Moose went up those ropes like that, considering his size.
The ruler looking to go moose hunting tonight.
Stuart Bridgman says, are you a coffee drinker, Denise? Yes. I have 1 cup a day in the morning. I do not allow myself more than one. Sometimes I'll have 2. But one's my my max.
For years, TNA has viewed themselves as challengers to WWE, the David to WWE's Goliath.
Then you start feeling the caffeine a little too much. Your like chest starts to hurt, and you're like, "Am I dying? What's happening?" That's what usually happens when I have more than one coffee cup. Ask Nicole, I'm going for Oba because I'm expecting Oba to retain the NXT Championship.
A TNA wrestler could headline.
But I think this is a really great opportunity for Moose to get this kind of spotlight.
Getting ready to fly from the top.
Oh, snap. Ooh, are we going to get a big man superplex right now?
Holy.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Oh, he didn't let go. It's still going. Hey. Gotta clap for that one. That was cool. Sometimes you just feel the need to clap. Carlton says crowd is very into this match because they're delivering. They are delivering. They're killing it.
Here at the theater of Madison Square Garden.
Mike Centenny says coffee is gross. I can't stand the smell of it. Ooh, I love the smell of coffee. I like to walk into a coffee shop and just have like the smell hit me in the face. Love it.
Title. That's in our main event.
Bryn, I would probably die if I had 6 or 7 coffee cups a day. I would probably die. I don't know how you have that much caffeine. It's nuts. I would not be able to. Ooh, nice.
Street fight. These two may fight all night, and I think everyone would be okay with it.
Yeah. I like the way that he's like, pump kick. Nah, I'm not going down. That was nice. Great sell for the clothesline too from Moose.
Powerbomb away. Moose not gonna like what he sees when he turns around. Up, countered. Moose. Oh my God! Powerbomb in his own right. For history, and a kick out by Obafemi. Booker, we were a half second away from seeing TNA
every match has absolutely like really done very, very well.
First time I've seen somebody able to match Obafemi.
Oh no, Dr. J. Merritt says I love the smell of coffee, but coffee makes me sick to my stomach. No way. Maybe you just need to find a coffee that works for you.
He's got a match on his hands, man.
Moose got a little overconfident only for a moment.
And Oba now.
Oh my God, is he gonna toss him?
No.
Yo, he's freaking huge. Oh, he did it. Oh, that again, far more impressive because they're big guys. When you see big guys do little things like that, it hits the harder.
That was unbelievable.
Look,
the power of Obafemi.
And I don't even think he knows what to say.
Meat and power. Power and meat. That is what this match is.
I want to win this match this way.
All you have to do is just stay right there.
Obafemi right now, as the referee's at 7. Referee's at 8. Moose, can he break it? And he's just able to break the count. And that's got to be
exactly. Hey, what's up, Barry? Thank you so much for hopping in. He's at a concert right now and it's pretty tipsy. Hey, enjoy yourself, Barry. Have a good time, man. Enjoy yourself. What's up to Loretta Wright? Thanks so much for tuning in to the watch along. We are watching a really good match right now with Moose and Oba.
Both behemoths spilling to the outside.
And this time, Oba again eats the post. And it's
choke slam onto the freaking what is it? Commentary table.
Someone stop this thing!
And if Graves is saying that,
meat and power, power and meat. That's my new chant. Meat and power, power and meat.
Now wisely getting the champion back into the ring.
Sorry, King of the Goat says this might be match of the night. It could be. Honestly, it really could be. Hear from Moose. Yeah, I was like, come on, that's a 2 count, baby. That's a 2 count, but still a really good stuff.
Action of a second away from turning this business upside down.
You're talking about headlines they would have made all around the world.
Did Moose make a mistake, guys? He could have won on the count out. That was a mistake.
Oba, I believe you mean, Booker. Yes, I think Oba should have taken the
Booker's
fall.
Excited right now.
No, I'm talking about that big
he can't
shot
win the title that way.
Outside.
He wouldn't have been able to win the championship on a count out.
Right
back in. Oh, no. Fall from Grace. Crawling into the cover.
Ah, there it is. Dang. That was a really good match, man. That was a really, really good match.
And still the NXT champion, Obafemi.
What a championship match. Go back to the closing moments.
What a battle between two heavyweight gladiators, 2 of the best in the business. But the ruler did as the Undertaker told him to do. Tonight, Oba defended his yard.
Who, if anyone, can stop?
We got everyone saying, what a match. Stuart Bridgman says, week ending, but great match. Raphael says, what a match. Icy says, excellent
A
match.
few weeks ago, we
Let's
did
see what
things Sol's
Daria's
way,
saying.
and since she has a championship match against Chelsea Green next week, we're gonna do things my way and hopefully bring out some of that aggression. Really, nothing? Are we matching pants? We are.
Oh, are they in those anger rooms? I've done those. These are very fun. Very, very fun. Kind of scary because sometimes it goes back at you, but very, very fun. Anyway, so we got Icy saying excellent match. Ahmed saying good show so far. Daniel saying lit. Mike Cepeda says nice win by Oba. Nick Blue says Oba. Antonio says Oba lit. Bryn Hawkins says what a good match. Vanessa 60 says great match. Servasha E says that match. Raphael Smith says awesome match. Antonio Rivera with the lit emoji. Let's see what else we got here. Daniel Molinik says that match was a spicy meatball. RT says this is the best big man match I've seen in a while. Clarice Johnson says 10 out of 10. Willem Eric says very meaty, very lit. Arthur E says TNA 1, NXT 1. They all tied up so far at NXT Roadblock. Thank you for pointing that out.
Where is my rematch for the North American
Let's see what
Championship?
Fatal
Huh?
Influence is
I
all about
want
right
it.
now.
No, better yet, I deserve it.
Oh, there's Ricky Saints.
Hey, everybody's so angry around here.
Yeah, that's literally it.
You know, I think Rich had the right idea last week. You don't belong here. About this later.
I don't get how you do it.
I don't get it either.
But I want to say that's the second time somebody said that I don't belong. And if Ridge Holland is trying to start some type of trend, I want to go ahead and nip that in the bud right now. So, to me, the only way to do that is to physically prove a point to Ridge.
So you want a match?
Yes.
How about next week? Work for you? You and Rich?
Oh,
Yes.
that's gonna be
I
like,
like
oh, that's a little bit more interesting. Ricky and
NXT
Ethan.
doesn't like outsiders, like you, Saints.
All of a sudden, Ethan is not an outsider. He just got there like several months ago. Oh, it's time for the street fight with Ethan Page and Javon Evans.
The original NXT outsider.
All right, we got a couple of super chats I need to catch up here. Let me see. Where am I at? We got Mike Parker Collects. Thank you so much, Mike, for your generosity on all of these streams. He says, I can't be around as much right now. My current schedule in general has been packed, so I've been multitasking during the shows, but I'm DWO for life. Hell yeah, Mike. I appreciate that. And of course, man, like, here for your enjoyment, but always work is going to come first, of course. Thank you so much, Mike. We got John Taylor here who says, I've mentioned this before, but your friendship with Reg is what brought me into the DWO. Basically, like hanging with friends, watching wrestling. That is literally the goal for like all my podcasts, is just for people to feel like they're chilling, having a good time, just having a conversation amongst friends about pro wrestling. That's the way that I think it should be. Thank you so much, John Taylor.
I want somebody to cut a promo.
See, this is the episode I want to watch. The one with CM Punk on LFG. I want to see that. I would be fucking scared to cut a promo in front of CM Punk. I think I would retire. I would be terrified to cut a promo in front of him. We got John Taylor here who says, oh, I already read that one. I'm sorry. Corey McCarthy says, Oba and Moose is freaking good. Killed it. Meat and power, power and meat. That's the new saying around here. Meat and power, power and meat. That's exactly the new saying around here. Corey MacArthur, thank you so much, man. We got Christopher Marina who says, damn work Slack meeting. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. I hate having to use Slack. I have to use it sometimes. I don't love it. John Taylor, especially because I had to download it. That's the even worse part. Like when you're made to download a program, you're like, why can't I just email you? Can I just email you? Can I just text you? Do we got to do a whole download of Slack? Like, do we got to do this? Thank you, Christopher. We got John Taylor here who says, Oba Moose gets 5 steaks. 6 of it was in the Tokyo Dome. Facts, John. Facts. And I love this. I think we're going to have to do a steak rating for those meat matches. I'm on board. I love the system. Thank you, John. All right, let me catch up with everybody else's comments here. And we got Rubes M127 who says, hello, Denise. This is my first live feed. Busted Open Nation. Dude, I get so happy when we got people that found me on Busted Open and came here to the channel, especially because I don't even promote it that much on Busted Open. So the fact that you guys still came out here to support this channel means a whole lot. So thank you so much, Rubes, for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying NXT so far, man. Send in your thoughts here in the chat. Yeah, we got Icy here, says meat and power meat is the new. This is awesome. Hey, hell yeah, I'm going for it. Don the Visionary says I got to use that for work too. Yeah, it sucks having to use Slack, but yeah, I use it. It's fine. All right, let's see what we've got. Hey, Ramen Noodles is in the building. What's up, Ramen Noodles? Thank you for tuning in, man. I haven't seen Evolve, but boycott Activision. Evolve is more like a wrestling show, like what you would see on NXT and all of that. And LFG is more like Toughen Up, where it's like they're preparing the wrestlers for, you know, for an opportunity to become big stars, right? Like training them and whatnot. Nice to see you, Muhammad Nadi. Thank you for hopping into the stream. We got Sheldon Jackson in the building. Sheldon says, great match between Moose and Oba. Now Moose has to focus on his Friday and his X Division title defense versus Jeff Hardy and Jeff's match, a ladder match. Oh shit. Moose versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match. You know what this reminds me of? How many of you guys remember that really, really incredible ladder match that Jeff Hardy had with The Undertaker on like a random Raw several years ago? Oh my God. I remember watching that as a young fan and just being like, this is the best match I've ever seen. I remember thinking that back in the day. I feel like rewatching it. I have not seen that match back since it happened. Like, I legitimately have not gone back to go watch that match. And it's one of, like, I would consider, like, one of Jeff Hardy's top single matches out there. We got everybody being like, Don the Visionary says, yes, I remember. Icy's like, yeah, I remember. Bryn Hawking remembers. Don the Visionary says, that was epic. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, Servasha says, I also initially found you on Busted Open. I never miss a Saturday. Thank you, Servasha. Don says Jeff was fighting for his life. Yes, he was. If any of you guys here are new fans of WWE, or maybe you don't remember, go down the rabbit hole lane and go watch The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy. I don't remember what year it was, but it was on a Raw. It's a ladder match. It was freaking great. Go back and watch it. It was phenomenal. Yeah, really, really phenomenal stuff. Big G says, I loved it when Taker gave him props afterwards. I really want to go back and rewatch it now because I haven't seen it in years. Thank you, Sheldon. 2002. Raw 2002. Undertaker, Jeff Hardy, ladder match. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. We got Day Day here who says DWO for life, LWO Wolfpack to see you work with X-Pac. Yes, I did actually. I worked with X-Pac for 3 years. That was one of my first big wrestling podcasts. It was my first big wrestling podcast that I ever did. Very nice person. I see him all the time, and he's like a you know, a father figure whenever like we're around. He's always very caring and very nice, and you know, provides mentorship whenever I ask. Like, that's the thing about X-Pac. If I were to like, obviously I won't because I don't want to bug him, but like if I were to message him right now for some advice, he would respond with advice. That's the kind of person he is. Very nice person. Thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, Ryan Marshall says Taker gave Jeff the huge rub at the end of that match. Well deserved. We got Kyle Southworth here who says Jeff is my favorite wrestler and Taker was always a close second, and that match was one of my main reasons why. I mean, like, I was a kid and at that time, and even I freaking knew what I had just seen was something really epic. You just know, like, you don't have to be a lifelong wrestling fan. You don't got to be an adult to know when you see a really good match. Like, little kids can know when they see a good match versus a freaking great match. Thank you, Kyle.
We're in New York City, baby. New York City. Street fight the young OG right now. Letting it all hang out. Here we go.
There we go. So we're about to see well, it started now, the street fight here with
this can go anywhere. We had a steel cage
freaking
match last night on
Ethan
Raw.
Page and Devon
Theater
Evans.
Madison
So this should be
Square
the
Garden
end.
street fight tonight.
This
A
should be the
Booker
end of
versus
this
the
whole
Lions that
feud.
match back at
So
SummerSlam
I'm
1998.
thinking
That's
Devon
what
gets the
was
win
Cage
here.
Booker. This one
Maybe,
after
maybe
we
not.
saw
We'll see.
can go anywhere.
I love it, man. All over the building right now. Ethan Page is taking a beat by the young OG.
Still to come, main event, winner take all, Giulia. I think it's her final preparations, and it's been Javon Evans Graves who has thought about.
Yeah, I love how many people here are like, hell yeah, I remember that match. Firefighter Jimmy 132. Who else? Nick Blues, July 1st, 2002, and it's on YouTube. Great. Howie Potter. Big G says JR was great on commentary in that match.
Would have been legal.
Yeah,
This
so
all stems
good.
from Javon Evans trying to really help Paige. Paige calls a pep talk, but it was Javon Evans trying to help a fellow member of the
let's see what we get here.
Javon Evans was thinking right now, right there. But right now, he needs to be thinking about survival, because Ethan Page, he's not going to wait. He's not going to anticipate. He's going to go out there. He's going to try to take out this young man, the young OG.
Right now, Javon Evans is experiencing what it means to mix it up with a man from the mean streets of Hamilton, Ontario.
Well,
We got John Taylor here who says, imagine taking Denise on a date and X-Pac is like, what are your intentions? While Mark Henry stands behind him and Fluffy pointing and laughing. What a sight. What a sight. That is a vision, John. That's like movie material right there. Movie material.
Made it his mission to steal everyone's smile.
Thank you, John.
Made Javon Evans spend the holidays eating through a straw, and Javon remembered that. He remembered everything his mom said to him, his family said to him, all the pain he's been through since December in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, this young man. He's willing to fight. He's willing to fight for his right, and I love it.
And you heard Evans last week say he's looking at this all in a different light. It was an uncharacteristic attitude.
I wonder how long this match is going to be. This is probably the match I'm least interested in tonight.
Paige looking around. And Paige is sadistic enough. He's got to have the advantage under this sort of stipulation.
You would think, and we've seen All Ego use this strategy to great effect.
But given that every match has been good today, I got to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Javon Evans seems to have control tonight. Javon seems to be focused.
Face first went Paige. Javon Evans now.
I think that knee pads over khaki pants. These men are going to have a very safe street fight. LMAO. Yeah, it's funny that they're both wearing knee pads over their pants. John Taylor says that just shows how crazy cool your life has been. Thank you so much, John. Sometimes I forget, so it's nice to like step outside of it for a minute and look at it like I'm somebody else. Thank you, John. And you just helped me do that. Thank you.
Of Ethan Page, he might be looking to break the man's back.
What was that match that took place for the first time here in MSG, these hallowed grounds?
Hey, Victor. Good to see you, Victor. Thank you for hopping on. XZ Trek Jedi says, Denise, what is your favorite drink during watch-alongs? I don't want to be boring and say water, but I liked it that one time when I was able to get Jamba Juice during the watch-along. Only one time have I had my Jamba Juice for watch-along. That was a special day because I had been streaming for several hours, so I allowed myself the luxury.
Shoulders down, pinfall submission, only way to win this matchup in the center of the ring. Without that, the referee's only here to count the three, or hear someone say, I quit. Big chop, Page answering back, got caught. Big super kick under the jaw. Dream Street, rubbery legs. Page has it all. And
nice. Okay, that was cool.
Same thought for the moment. And again,
dueling steel chairs.
Uh-oh. Nasty landing spine first across that bench. Steel for the 3 and Page able to kick out.
So friendly reminder, if you're new here, immediately after this, I do a post-show review of the actual show as well. And I'll be joined by my Tuesday co-host, Chindedu, who is a comedian, very nice guy, fun person. He'll be on for today.
He's a young man.
Yeah, so he'll be here. It'll be a good time. Hey, what's up, Dan? Thank you so much for hopping in. He says, who won? Oba or Moose? Oba. Oba retained his title. So great match. Go back and watch it if you can, Dan.
In New York City.
Zachary Walton says Jamba Juice is never a bad option. Love it.
You don't think.
Oh, I think.
Mike Centenni says drink of choice during wrestling is always whiskey.
Put himself in a real bad position. Oh, really bad position.
Sarah says, just shows how many commercials there are. I fell asleep and missed almost an hour and I'm back like, oh shit. Crazy.
He's gonna take it down.
Yo, that looked nasty. He just like swung in. I need to see a replay of that.
Short of impressive. Got him.
Do a replay of that, buddy. That looks cool. That might be it. That should be it. No, that should have been it right there. That should have been it. Anyways, but she says I just fell asleep and missed about an hour and I'm back live watching with you guys. It's been a good show, Sarah. Moose and Obafemi killed it. I hope you didn't miss that. Jordan and Roxanne was really good too. Hope you didn't miss that. It's been a really, really good show. Thanks, Sarah, for hopping back to the stream.
Wherever you are watching around the world, you are here with us, sold out in New York City. This, a street fight. 2 championship matches have already been had. Tonight in our main event.
Thank you for the kind comment, Arthur. Thank you.
All the biggest women's NXT match in the history of this brand.
Says, I like Chin when he dies from laughter. Always funny. I know. Once he's like in it, like it's hard. It's hard to get him out of it. He's like he can't stop laughing. Like he gets the laugh bug. Like he cannot stop. It's hilarious.
I can tell you this.
Oh no! What did I do?
Going out here and thinking about one thing and then destroying the other, and I love the attitude. One thing about this young OG. He's showing me something. He's showing me he has a lot of fight in his young
Sarah says, what I meant to say was I was watching everything fast forward in the commercials and how many there are, and I'm already caught up watching live with you guys. That was the joke. Oh, okay. Sorry, Sarah. I completely misunderstood. But truly, you're not wrong because I don't normally do NXT watch-alongs. I normally watch the show late, and that's what I do. I'll start like 30 to 40 minutes later and I'll watch and I'll fast forward commercials, I'll fast forward entrances, little things like that, replays, fast forward them, and I always end up watching the show live at some point, even if you're like 40 minutes behind. So yeah, I've done that for sure. It makes it really, really easy to like, never mind, he didn't even get him. It really makes it easy to
he just chucked
consume the show.
A steel toolbox at a man.
Luckily for Evans, he was able to get out of the way, and Javon connected with a hellacious right hand to the jaw of Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different format, Mike. He says the show is way better than Raw, but I have noticed that there has been very little backstage segments or in-ring promos. It's all matches, and I'm not complaining. Yeah, usually NXT does do a little bit more backstage stuff. They have definitely gotten more into the matches today because what I've noticed is that the matches are all getting a lot more time than they normally do. So they are definitely, from the looks of it, this show feels more like PLE format versus their normal NXT format, because their normal NXT format, they usually put a lot more backstage stuff, a lot more little videos and things of that nature.
I got a lot of faith in this young man, the young OG, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Ethan Page is truly a professional. He's about taking care of his business. You said it earlier. Step on some toes. Step on some toes and keep on walking, Jack. That's what Ethan Page is all about.
Well, Ethan Page.
Big Time Baxter says, I think the super loaded shows outside the PC are more in-ring. Yeah, Ryan, that should be lit. Like, you got a crowd, you got a lot of people there. You want to deliver.
New York City.
We're back in 10 seconds here. Yeah, Mike Centenni also agrees with Sarah about there being tons of commercials on the CW. Yeah, a lot. And they're all the same. They're all promoting the news. Make sure to catch the news at 5. Catch the news at 7. Catch the news at 8. It's always the same commercials over and over.
It's going to be hard for that young brother to go back to the hood.
Dan, I had a great time at Elimination Chamber. A really, really nice time. was cold,
And
but I had a
again, it
nice
was
time.
Ethan Page, you
Jay
promised
Grouse says,
to
Denise,
break
are you
the
going to get the
jaw.
Natalia
Devon
book? I would
Evans,
love
and now
to.
is looking for
I
that
could just imagine that she has some really
egos.
great stories. I would love to see what she
Not
put in
under
there.
the cover for Ethan. Excuse me, it is not it yet.
And that's got to be frustrating for all ego as we take another look at the big air from the young OG, Javon Wright.
So thank you so much to Brent Hawking for sending me the link again to Taker and Jeff. I can't wait to rewatch it.
No, Corey.
I already liked and, hold on, liked and bookmarked. We got Corey MacArthur here. Thank you for the generous super chat, Corey. Corey says,
say that again.
Denise, like John Taylor, I'm so glad when I came across this channel 20 plus months ago because of your love of wrestling, energy, and passion. With our DWO crew, I look forward to that. All that happens here. Dude, that is just incredible for you to say. That's what I want, is for there to be like positive, fun place where people can just come and hang out and not only chat about wrestling, but also watch wrestling content with interviews and, you know, all of that. That's what I want. That's honestly what I've wanted for a very long time. I always promote this channel like a buffet where you can get, oh, wow. Ooh, that was unique. I love that. Javon found a unique way to just like, you know, get Ethan Page with that chair. But I always promote this channel like a buffet where you can get a little bit of everything, right? Podcasts, interviews, watch-alongs. Oh, dang. That was a very cool spot. The only thing was that, unfortunately, Javon got more of the table than Ethan Page did, but that was still a very, very cool spot. But it just looked like it hurt Javon far more than it hurt Ethan Page. By a little bit. By a little bit, it would have been more effective. But yeah, I think they just had to, but that was still a very cool spot, though. Very cool.
And we talk about 2K.
So yes, Corey, thank you so much for the love and sending you some love, Corey.
Create in the video games. He does them in real life.
Yes, indeed.
What do you look at the look in Javon's eyes? What the
Whoa, yeah.
Get out of the way.
I just saw into a man's soul.
Here comes
And he's
Evans.
going for it again. See, I told you guys that. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, this dude! I swear, he's like a rocket, dude.
They're gonna go until one of them can't go
He just
anymore.
does things a lot higher, a lot faster. Look at that! Look at the height that he gets, and then when he's like about to land, it almost looks like he's gonna go over. It just looks very, very interesting. Lorenzo Anderson says this is awesome. The last couple of minutes of this match have been a lot stronger than the first portion of this match. Once we saw Javon getting more into like what he normally does, all the high flying maneuvers, that's when it started to feel a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. And Big's like his bones are hollow. Bro, he's just like out there flying. He's got like invisible wings.
What is now going through the mind of Javon Evans?
Wild. We got Luis Rivera who says, awesome show tonight. No, it really has been. RT says Evans is so springy. It's like he has an invisible trampoline that none of us can see. Von Evans is crazy.
Oh, this is the real side of Ethan Page. Vindictive as they come, sinister as they are. And now, whoa, got caught!
He's got to finish him there.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, Javon's got to win today, guys. Javon has to win this. Call it a day. Let's get him his win. Let's go about it. Nice. Oh, that was nasty. Through the chair. No, Ethan Page is dead. He's done, bro. He's done. I got to tell you, the tail end of this match, those last couple of minutes were really, really something. Really, really something. That was a good performance. Got to give a round of applause.
Guys, this is a high-risk
I'm going to
business.
tweet
We've come to
Javon
know it,
Evans
but
is
rarely
crazy.
do superstars push themselves and one another to such limits and beyond. Both All Ego and Javon Evans threw everything they had at one another. And I'm going to say this, mercifully, Javon Evans connected with that springboard cutter to the chair to end this thing, hopefully once and for all. And God willing, both men will be able to walk tomorrow.
M. Durrett says, I had no interest and they proved me wrong. Yeah, I feel ya. Wait, oh, it's the new stable. Let's see. Oh, are they going to attack Javon?
Corey, Booker and Cease.
Oh, no, they're going to attack Javon. Javon, Bunny, get out of there. Oh, no, he's like, I'm not going to go down. I'm going to go down with a fight. Let's go. Get him, Javon.
Oh, my God.
F these guys.
It's a melee in the ring.
It's a beatdown.
Oh, no, he tripped and fell. One of them tripped and fell. Oh, no. He got right back up, though. It saved him that the lights were off, so maybe only a couple of people noticed. And that couple of person, one of them ended up being me. I noticed. All righty. With that being said, let me start a new recording. Hold on one second, everybody. I do like the recordings on a different file. So my editor cuts like clips and stuff and shares on Instagram. And so if any of you guys follow on Instagram, I don't know if he's posted any yet, but yeah, always like go in there and hit that like button on those things, because yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. People are like Shield 2.0, Retribution 2.0. Yeah, I know. Usually things like this, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We got John Taylor who says, imagine being that one member of the team of Shield who has to stay back and control the blue flashing lights. Guys, I'm helping. Yeah, for reals, for real. I feel that I want to give the group a chance, but so far the attacks have looked a little bit goofy. So I'm still going to give them a chance, but it's not, I'm going to give them a chance. I'm not going to say anything yet. Let's let them do a little bit more before I say anything. John Taylor, thank you so much for the love. Vane says, can someone explain what the group is supposed to be? It's like Shield except bad, question mark. I'm really not that sure yet. We've only seen them a couple of times. They came out in the last PLE. They came out and they did an attack on Obafemi. And then they did like a backstage attack one the following week, I think, on NXT. And then this here. So that's kind of been about the extent of it all. I don't really have a good grasp yet on who they are in terms of like what their mission statement is. Like, what is their mission statement? I have no idea. I can't even tell you, because that's pretty much all we've gotten. So thank you for asking, Vane. Thank you so much, Sharif the Judgment Day, since I follow you on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here. Oh no, everyone's saying the Temu Shield. Harry Potter said Shield Tribution. Mayhem says Ricky Saints has to be the leader of this group, right? I would have said yes, except that the group hasn't gotten off to a hot start, and Ricky Saints has. So maybe I wouldn't pair up Ricky Saints with this group. Unless they start to get hot, then okay, maybe they can get together and, you know, be a stable on the show. But right now, I'm going to maybe say keep them apart. Only because one guy's doing really good and the group is like, eh. You don't want to put Ricky Saints, one of your hottest acts, on the show with what people are calling Shield Tribution or the Temu Shield. We got John Taylor who says Temu Shield or Death Riders. You can only keep one. Temu Shield, because at least we rarely see them. The Death Riders we see a whole lot of. So I'm going to have to go with Temu Shield. Like, they're there, but they're not really there. Versus the Death Riders are always there. So, like, that's the only reason why. Thank you, John. Tough one. We got Roberto Arsenal. What's up, Roberto? He says, today is the first time I've watched NXT since TakeOver 2024, all because I want to see Giulia versus Stephanie. That is primarily the reason why most people are here today. That's the reason. I'm doing a watch along. I don't normally do watch alongs for NXT, but I could not do a watch along for this card. And I don't want to just say just Stephanie and Giulia, because I was also really looking forward to Jordan and Roxanne part 2. And I was looking forward to Obafemi and Moose as well. So I got to make sure to say that. When I was at my lowest, here's Brooks Jensen. Let's see what they do.
And now I'm ready to take on the world.
This group's mission: purge the weak, slaughter the feeble, and reshape this NXT society exactly how we envision it.
Out of the shadows, the culling was born. United by survival, 4 hearts melt together as one, with a desire to reach the zenith of NXT.
Last week, we shook up the world.
A warning shot signifying the arrival of the culling.
So how does it feel to taste gold for the first time?
Exhilarating. But we're not finished yet. Last week, I took their gold. Next week, you 3 will take their heart.
This is Sean Spears' new faction, by the way. The culling. All right. I don't really got much to say about that, to be honest. The group is like, it's not really getting too much like moving. So I don't really got nothing else to add to that. Oh, that's the Fountain Blue. I've never been to the Fountain Blue. It looks nice. Let's see what part of the strip it's on. Trying to see which hotels it's next to. Yeah, I've never been there.
Now, Sarah Schreiber standing by.
Oh, there's Eddie Thorpe. Boo. Boo, Eddie Thorpe. Suck it.
You will settle
Suck it, Eddie Thorpe.
with Trick Williams next week in an NXT Underground match. Now we
Could not get worse than that. An underground match. Boo.
So Trick Williams is motivated now, huh? Gonna knock me out next week. Trick Williams has no idea what he's getting into, Sarah. I'm the Underground King, the King of the Underground.
There's a sign that says, "Can I be Mr. Parker?" That's funny.
So what do you think is gonna happen next week, huh? With no ropes, no rules. I know that Trick wants to hold that NXT title again.
Rudio says, my friend says the Fountain Blue is nice, but there's not much to do in that hotel. I never even heard of it, to be honest, until like I saw that WWE's doing their Hall of Fame there. But yeah, I've never heard of it. But there's always constantly like new. Do you guys hear that sound? What is that feedback sound? Did you guys hear that buzzing sound?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the Underground. Trick may settle this tonight. Trick Williams with a fire in his eyes I don't know we've ever seen. Whoa!
That was so weird. I think it's the same one that played yesterday during the Raw post show. And I don't know what that is or what I should do.
Trick Williams looks to smash his throne next week. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no one heard that buzzing. Oh, that's weird. Okay, never mind then. Ignore it. As long as it doesn't come out in the audio, I'm good.
How about this 6-person mixed tag team action as Stacks?
Yeah, because like I don't want to have to like worry about this right now. I'm like, I don't even know how this stuff works.
Well, not only that, Ricky Saints is going to be in action.
Oh my gosh, next week's card does not look good. Ricky Saints versus Rich Holland. Thumbs down. Trick Williams, Eddie Thorpe, underground match. Thumbs down. Chelsea Green versus Sol Ruka. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay.
Chelsea Green goes one-on-one with the woman who pinned her in tag action.
Let's see what else they announced.
That is, of course, unless Chelsea Green has an issue with scheduling, which it appears that might be the
yeah,
case.
so far, like, based off of what they've announced so far, really only like one match I'm interested in next week.
you might need to take.
That's why I don't do weekly NXT watch-alongs.
It is main event.
I mean, you never know what you're gonna get. Oh wow, Julia looks freaking cool in this gear.
Women's champion Julia. There is the women's
Oh my gosh, did you guys hear that pop for Stephanie?
One of these women.
You guys hear that pop for Stephanie? She heard it too. Look at her. She's like smiling. She heard it too. Y'all heard that pop for Stephanie. She is winning. We gotta manifest. Gotta manifest. Let's see what else we got here. Undertaker says Denise sounds like Sami Callihan. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, am I lying though? So far, I'm not interested in those two matches. The only one is Chelsea and Soruka. Those are the only ones that seem interesting so far. So yeah. King of Strong Style says this feels like a PLE. I could not agree with you more. I 100% agree. Every match has been good. Like even whatchamacallit, Von Evans and Ethan Page, the beginning was like, it was like whatever, right? We've seen better. But the end was really, really good. The end was what got me going. So I have no complaints on that one. So still every match is delivered for sure. Saif Den Super here says, Eddie Thorpe has an aura of a school bus driver. Not the school bus driver catching strays. I feel so bad, but it is what it is, right? Thank you, Saif. We got Day Day here who says, I don't take Brooks Jensen seriously. Wrestling in Daisy Dukes. Daisy Dukes don't do it for you, Day Day. I don't know, it was weird because I thought they were going somewhere a little bit stronger with Brooks Jensen because the way that they were like, for a while, do you guys remember when they had him acting like all crazy and he was saying all of these things on social media? Some of them were a little bit weird, right? Like kind of went a little too far. And then afterwards, all of a sudden, he's about to get fired on the show, and then he doesn't get fired. Shawn Michaels gives him another chance. Whatever. During that time period, it looked like they had a big idea for him. I'm not really sure what that big idea was because nothing really came of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I don't think there was much there. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I can't say really anything about that. It just didn't go anywhere. Didn't pan out. Thank you, Day Day. All right, let's see what else we got here. Mike Centeni says, I don't blame you, but I'll miss you next week if we don't get a watch along. Yeah, I usually don't do NXT watch alongs. Again, because it allows me to have like an extra 40, 45 minutes in the day to like do other stuff. And then I watch late, I fast forward, do the post show, and just kind of go from there. So yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Yeah, we got Don the Visionary who says, yeah, that was a weird period. But it did seem like they at least had some sort of plan, right? You would have thought there was a plan. I don't know what the plan was. There was no plan, apparently. We never saw it come to fruition. Oh, man. All right. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. By the way, is there anybody here on the chat that I have not yet shouted out? What's up to Alex Laurie? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Says, normal roadblock was the PLE before Stand and Deliver. Yeah, this was really good, guys. And I think that's going to be like the common consensus, I think, coming out of it is everybody kind of comparing it to a PLE because that's really what it feels like. Thank you, Alex Laurie. Hey, Arthur, hope you're enjoying the show. Let me know what your favorite match has been so far. Sean Taylor says there were concepts of a plan. I'm dead. It does seem like there were concepts of a plan. All right, here we go, baby. Let's go. This main event time. One of these women is about to make history. About to make history, guys. And that is a huge reaction for Stephanie. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. We got Luis Rivera. What's up, Luis? Miss WWE Girl 2 is back. Good to see you. We got David Primero who says, wild prediction. The leader of the group is Ava to protect her from chaos backstage. Or it's Andre Chase since he lost his face. You replaces it with Tamu. David, honestly, both of those are pretty spot on. Once I'm gonna roll with you on both of those. I think I could see NXT doing any one of those little ideas. Even though they seem a little far-fetched, I can see it. Thank you, David, for the comedy and for the super chat. And Big says, "Oh shit, that crowd popped. I told you. I told you."
In the United States hallowed ground of MSG.
A really good reaction for Giulia as well.
Is the beautiful madness. It's
looks great with that gear. She looks like a video game character with the spikes and all of that.
The best of the best.
Very, very
testing
cool.
Yourself, testing your opponent, all for the good of women's wrestling.
That's something you've always preached, Book. Putting your feelings aside with championship gold.
Also, a reminder, guys, that I do have an interview with Stephanie VAQUER up on the YouTube channel. You guys can watch it afterwards. Go drool over Stephanie, leave a comment, hit that like button. I was very thrilled when I got that interview, so you guys are more than welcome to go check that out.
In this business.
Main event time, and let's go up to our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a champion versus champion title for title
Let's
match.
go.
Introducing first, from San Fernando, Chile, she is the NXT Women's North American Champion, Stephanie VAQUER. And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Giulia.
Let's go. Looks great. Come on.
Who is the best? Who is the champion of champions? Who is the #1 woman?
I love the white
in
strap too on
NXT?
belts. Love
This
it.
is the biggest women's match in NXT history. It's our main event.
We got everyone's like, I'm so hyped. Let's go, Stephanie. Viva Chile.
Both of these women
Sarah's like, that's
extremely
wifey
bright
over
futures in
there.
WWE.
Let's see what we
Someday,
get.
no
Here we
doubt,
go.
a world champion, a WWE Women's Champion. But right now, tonight is about putting a period at the end of a chapter.
Here we go.
In a story that may continue for years.
Sold out theater of Madison Square Garden has seen its history. Think of WrestleMania 1 in here in New York, Madison Square Garden. Hall of Famer Wendy Richter won the title that night. How the women's division has evolved. So much history has brought us to this moment.
We're seeing in the opening moments of this contest how much respect these two athletes have for one another.
A lot of sportsmanship they started out with, but is it going to end up that way in the end? That's the question.
It's time
Half the
to
crowd
look at
cheering for
tonight's
Steph, half the
NXT
crowd
recap
cheering for
presented
Giulia.
By Progressive. What a night it's been. What a main event this will be in Booker. It's hard to argue with someone like Triple H, who said this match determines the future of the WWE
No,
Women's
exactly
Division.
what I'm saying. I mean, it's like a loser lead town that somebody's going to walk away double champion, and that right there makes the stakes pretty high.
Uh-oh, look at this.
Looking for a driver of some sort. Countered again. These two know each other so well. Looking for that SVB.
Oh, baby.
Looking for the SVB. Countered though by Giulia, and we got ourselves an early stalemate.
I love how they're looking at each other. Like, yes, you go, girl. We're like real best friends.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Winning that championship is one thing. Defending both championships, that's totally another.
Max034
right
says,
there.
hey, were you at
Who's gonna
Revolution?
be
Yes,
the one?
I
That's the
was.
question.
Well, Giulia said last week there can be only one victor in this matchup. Looking for the counter, another counter off the rope. Look again.
Ooh,
Nice
ooh,
counter.
ooh,
Shoulders,
ooh.
shoulders down and an near fall.
I don't even know how that happened, but it did.
Both women. And I believe she went into a submission of some sort, but it was VAQUER who overpowered Giulia, center of the ring. And another reversal. And again, these two are best friends. They know each other. They've trained with each other. And, I mean, it's a strong bond.
They're best friends as far as anybody can be in this business. At the end of the day, this is an individual business. Yes, they may travel together, they may train together, but at the end, it's all about being one of one.
I agree.
We talk about that too, Booker. I mean, they've helped each other adapt to new surroundings, to a new country. It's got to be at least difficult to set those emotions aside.
It's got to be difficult, Dick, but I'm going to tell you right now, the journey these two took to get here in Madison Square Garden on this night for double championship opportunity. Oh, friendship goes out the window, man.
This is Stephanie VAQUER, also her first attempt to win. The NXT Women's Champion is the champion right now, feeling the energy. Going to the top. Looking to fly in the beautiful madness. Wow, big missile drop kick.
Precision timing on that drop kick right there as well.
I'm gonna question this strategy by Giulia as we take another look at that thunderous drop kick. Giulia almost allowed VAQUER to get back.
Dan Jackson says women's wrestling.
Respect, but
yes.
I think you'd agree. This is about gold, not respect.
Strong Style says women of wrestling jaws. Like we like to say around here, the women are money. Oh, that was beautiful. Springboard crossbody. Very nice for
Out with all
Stephanie.
the gold. Who is making history? It's title versus title.
There's like a random marker on the floor. Why is there a random marker right there on the floor? It was like an orange or red marker or something.
We can talk about the emotions.
All right, so we're in a commercial break, but as you guys know, I have the no ads, so you can still listen to the audio of this match.
That's going to boil down to. That could be the difference maker in this.
Alonzo R says women's main event being normal is awesome. Yeah, honestly, it really is. It's starting to feel like a norm. Cool with that. And Dio says, I literally just came to here to be like, where'd that Sharpie come from? I love that both me and you noticed that. Oh, a couple of people saw it too. Raphael, Dan, Howie, literally thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, why is there a marker there? I have a feeling it was probably one of the fans maybe asking for an autograph and they probably dropped the marker. And that's how it ended up there.
Because, like I said, the magnitude of this matchup may change the landscape of the women's
Howie
division.
Potter says only Denise would notice a random marker. Yes, I would, because I am a marker addict. So yes, I would notice the marker for sure.
What does that mean for standing?
There's a whole other bucket too that was not on camera and didn't make it to the camera. When I tell you guys,
Madness, the Dark Angel, I don't think they're really worried about Vegas. They're worried about the here, the now, the win, and a kick out.
I will notice the markers.
Think about this. We saw it not too long ago. Bayley made another attempt at recapturing the NXT Women's Championship. That's how prestigious the gold is. That's how highly touted that championship is in this game. Everybody wants to be a part of the NXT Women's Division.
And it wasn't.
Oh,
that would have been the knockout blow. What a forearm under the jaw. But VAQUER's not even. She just started to move, almost like she's shaking the cobwebs.
The knockout blow here.
Sub-Zero says, I'm marking out right there.
If those walls could talk, I'm gonna tell you.
You're right about that, Book. Definitely not the first, but the most recent.
With another neck breaker floating into the cover.
Undertaker's like, dude, are you doing a virtual signing?
Now targeting a body part.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, DS, nice to meet you.
Right out here in front of
that's
us.
Funny. Thank you, Juan.
From the ring.
Howie Potter's like, Jesus, that's a lot of markers, Denise. Amen.
Uh-oh. That Book.
Here we go. Booker T's favorite. Oh, we didn't get it today. Giulia was like, nah, suckers. This is not happening here. We didn't get it.
She wants to go to that pay window, as Booker would talk about.
We got John Taylor here who says Denise is blind as fuck without glasses, but she can spot a Sharpie from 10 miles away. Wait, Julia's doing it? Julia's doing it? Is that what he's saying? Cookie?
Save some for later, Book. It could be a long night.
Is he saying cookie?
Leg in a near fall. Who is walking out of New York City with all
I don't know what
the
happened
gold?
there. That's funny.
We are
That's
back,
so
sold
funny.
out. New York City. Title versus title Graves. All the WrestleMania.
Daniel Pimpton said, instead of calling you the crazy cat lady, call you crazy markers lady. I will take it. I will take it, Daniel. I will take it.
Well, the theater at MSG is the perfect venue.
Potter
for a
Tega
matchup
says
of this
Denise
magnitude.
does
Two of the most passionate fans in the world.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
We look again at how vicious Giulia has been, but great counter by VAQUER.
We got Carrie here who says, who are you rooting for, Denise? I am Team Stephanie, for sure. Team Stephanie.
Got a small taste on that night. We're getting the whole buffet right now.
VAQUER is taking it all the way to the limit, trying to finish it. She's going to try to finish it right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are we going to go there? Are we going to go
Oh, now she's going for it. He changes the sound effects when Giulia does it, Stephanie.
Yeah. Why do you do
Literally.
that like you're dribbling a basketball for the Knicks while we're in the middle of that? I'll digress. We can talk about it later.
Oh,
Here's
yeah,
McCann
man.
looking for the titles. And Giulia just got the
There's
right
Booker
shoulder up.
T chants during this. That is funny.
Universe rising to their feet. Sold out. Main event
Everyone
time.
knows what Booker T
Women's
is doing
match.
during that.
NXT history and
Look
VAQUER
at Stephanie
to the
helping Booker T
tippy
get
top.
over.
Giulia getting back to her feet. The big palm strike.
That
Stop
move
the
is now
upward
synonymous with
ascent
Booker.
Of La Primera. And now Giulia, the beautiful madness, double underhook on the top rope. This could be the end.
This is a different style of a superplex.
Nasty landing.
Giulia, though, trying to cover, but so much been taken
Vane
out of
says, I
both
know a lot of
these
people don't
women.
like Booker on commentary, but he adds some comedy to things which I enjoy. Yeah, I feel that way. I've gotten used to him on commentary at this point.
Landing right here was very, very gnarly. Both women took the brunt of it.
Oh my God. And I don't know if that replay, if you guys caught it, but it almost looked like the right shoulder of VAQUER took the blunt of the blow coming down. We'll see how that's going to play out through the rest of this matchup. Swing and a miss. Oh, that kick connected from the Dark Angel.
Yeah, Howie Potter
Giulia,
says,
though,
I hope we get an
beautiful
overrun.
madness. Oh, big
Yeah,
side
there's about 5
suplex.
minutes left on the clock,
And instead
so
of
we'll
going for the
see.
cover, she knows she needs a little
Usually
bit extra
CW
because this
needs to end
matchup
on the
has
dot,
a lot
though.
on the line. The biggest one ever in
Because
the
of the
women's
news.
division, hoisted up VAQUER and driving her into the mat for the win, for the titles, and VAQUER able to kick out.
Tonight. Not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. It's going down to the wire here, guys.
Both these women who are friends, teammates, shared in massive career milestones, are going to be part of each other's history forever. Another shot to the back of the neck from Giulia to VAQUER. VAQUER right now, if the ropes weren't there, Graves, I don't think she'd be standing.
I gotta agree with you, but here comes the beautiful madness.
Put on the brakes for a moment, turn right back around. VAQUER coming in with a forearm. This is starting to break down. And who does it favor? Uh-oh! Dragon screw out the corner. Nasty, gnarly, and who's in control? It's the Women's North American Champion for the second time. Looking for that SVB.
There it is.
And she got all of it. Cover and a count, and Giulia kicking out.
That's gonna be disheartening for Stephanie VAQUER.
Everyone from the start with the Hardys and Fraxium to now have brought it, Booker. They have stepped up their game.
Stephanie VAQUER, she should stay on the gas right now. Don't get lackadaisical in this moment.
Alex
Because,
Estrada
like I
says, does this end with an interference DQ? I hope not. I think that would be like disrespectful to the ladies.
Spinal tap.
Oh shit, that was perfectly aligned. Perfectly aligned for that to happen. That was cool.
And she's not looking for rings. She's looking for another championship title.
Stephanie's
and look
pretty
at the
locked in
joint.
there.
Look at the strain on the shoulder of the Women's North American Champion.
Yeah, I don't think this
Stephanie VAQUER.
match should end with an interference. I've been saying this since the moment they made the match. I think it would be like lame to do to these girls who are in a historic match.
Of her toe. Right back in, got counted, rolling through, shoulders down one more time, and another near fall.
VAQUER is absolutely sudden in the ring.
The Arrivederci knee into the cover for Giulia.
Man. No way.
I love Julia's blue hair. He's making me want blue hair.
You've got to show something different to the opposition. Here we go.
Was looking for that Northern Lights bomb. VAQUER rolled through. Super kick under the jaw. Second one connects as well. Somehow, some
not going down.
Still standing, but she might not be standing for long. SVB for the second time.
Got all of it. Oh, baby.
Not once, not twice. SVB for a third time. And VAQUER.
That it?
Oh
shit, there it is! Oh, I wasn't sure! Oh my god! we knew it, we manifested it. Stephanie has made NXT women's history right now as the first ever both NXT Women's Champion and NXT North American Women's Champion. Guys, Yes. Oh my God. Oh, she just.
But McCann, I believe, is the
I'm
first
so
woman since
happy
Becky
for
Lynch
her.
to hold 2 singles championships.
Oh my
This
God.
was an
How
absolute
cool.
one, as expected. There you see
How
Ariba dancing.
freaking cool is
Julia thought
that?
she had victory in her fingertips,
Wow.
but Stephanie VAQUER had other plans. For the 3rd time in
I
the
got a
matchup,
tweet. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I got a tweet.
SVB. Talk about adding insurance to your victory. Stephanie VAQUER did what she had to do, and her name will now live on.
That
in
is incredible.
History. Sold out. Theater at Madison Square Garden. More history has been made. From WrestleMania to WrestleMania to WrestleMania. 3 have been held here. Royal Rumbles have been held here. But for NXT, the biggest women's match in our history.
I love
just took
that. I'm
place.
so
And
happy
we're on
for
the road
her.
To WrestleMania weekend. We're on the road to Las
So
Vegas
happy
and
for
stand
her.
and deliver. And the NXT
And a
women's
great
division
time
now
to
goes
plug
through
my
one
interview
woman,
with
the
Stephanie.
Dark Angel.
I'm like, a great time to plug it because she obviously talks a whole lot about her journey into the WWE. And wow, I had a feeling Stephanie was going to take it the second they made the match. I felt like that was the right way to go about it. And I'm so glad that they went with it and that they did go with Stephanie. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just post this thing really quickly on Facebook. Hold on. Hold the phone there for a second. And then we do have the right now, I am going to go ahead and do the post show with Chinedu, who will be joining me. And we will be talking about this historic moment a little bit more in depth, of course. So a lot of really good stuff to get into today. A lot of really good stuff. We had a really strong show. So there's going to be quite a bit to get into. Woo! Cannot wait. Okay. Awesome. So I just posted that on Twitter, posted it on Facebook, and then also, hold on, let me check what's going on here on Instagram. Okay, and also just to let you guys know, Chris has already started posted reaction videos on Instagram. So if any of you guys follow me, just go in there, hit some of those like buttons on some of these videos, and hopefully we can blow those up. We will be joined by Chin in just a moment. But before we get to that, I do need to take a second, though, and let you guys know about our sponsor, Mando. Make sure everybody smells good. Nobody likes bad BO. Don't be a heel at the workplace or at home. Instead, be a baby face and smell delicious with today's sponsor of this video, Mando. What makes Mando different? It has whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body, pits, balls, thighs, folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, and feet. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. The solid deodorant stick is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. The spray deodorant is aluminum-free and ideal for hard-to-reach places. All products are baking soda-free and paraben-free. You can choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Denise at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. And of course, if you're smelling good, chances are you're going to be getting lucky. And when you do, make sure you got Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NXT Post Show. Let me get our graphic going, and then we'll go ahead and get the party started. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, there we are. Perfect. Alrighty, let's get this show started in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Tuesday, March 11th, and today we got NXT Roadblock to talk about, and it was a PLE type of show on a Tuesday night. And before we get into it, because there's so much to dive into, Chinedu, welcome to the show. How are you?
I am doing great, and it's always a great day to review NXT with the homie Denise Salcedo and the amazing DWO. Happy to be here. Very excited show, man. This is great.
I am like over the moon right now at just everything that went down. And man, we got to begin with the big thing. Chin, you and I, when this match was made, we were like, holy shit, what is happening? Shawn Michaels, he's totally going for it. We're getting title versus title. Giulia versus Stephanie VAQUER for the first time ever on NXT for both women's titles, the NXT North American Championship and the NXT Championship. And we were like, what the hell is happening, right? And finally, we get this match at NXT Roadblock, and the person that both you and I had picked ended up winning and making history today. Stephanie VAQUER, she is now the first ever double champ on NXT, North American Women's Championship, NXT Championship. Chin, let's start right there. What did you think of the match? What did you think of the moment?
I thought this was an absolute banger. Not to be corny, not to be anything like that. This match was amazing. When I looked down at my clock, when I saw them saying now it's time for the main event, and it was 8:38, I was like, ooh, they finna let them cook. They finna give them a good, because when it's like 8:53, something like that, Houston's 8:53 main event. Oh man, they finna be some bull. You know what I mean? Some bull. You know what I'm saying? Interference, something like that. But I saw 8:38. I was like, oh, they finna let them girls cook, and they did. 2 chefs in that ring. It was an amazing match. I'm a big fan of both, but I was pulling for Stephanie, and I'm very, very, very happy that she got the job done. I'm also even happier about the potential next challenger being Miss Parker. That's another thing though. But as for this match, this was a banger. That crowd was on their feet. This was, I'm like, I don't feel bad though, but I'm like, man, I feel bad. I watched this for free, but then I realized I'm paying for YouTube TV technically though, so it's not really I would pay for free, but it's still an amazing match, man. I was on my feet for it.
Dude, all right, so let's get into it because there was quite a bit that went into this, and there's just quite a lot. So first of all, it really feels like right now Stephanie VAQUER is on the rise. She came into WWE. She had a lot of buzz coming into WWE. She debuted in Mexico, but then when she was on NXT TV, a couple months in, I forget exactly how much time went into it, but she wins the NXT North American Women's Championship. And like we knew the second that she was kind of like starting to be in contendership for that program, that it was going to be a massive moment for her. And I thought like, okay, like here we go. We're going to see her defend the title. And eventually hopefully down the road she'll be NXT Women's Champion. But I remember kind of going out here and saying that I felt Stephanie had been really just outperforming a lot of people. She was going in there and she was connecting with the crowd in a way that not a lot of people do. And she was going in there and having matches that just looked so good. All of her matches, even the ones where she was in there with greener opponents, she was still having better matches than pretty much like anybody else in the show, maybe besides Roxanne Perez or Jordan Grace, when they're on and whatnot, because Stephanie VAQUER comes with that experience, And so the fans recognize that. And one of the things you and I had talked about, Chin, was how Stephanie, obviously, she's not out there cutting these promos in English. She's not going out there really doing that. Like, she'll speak a little English here and there, but she hasn't really, gone out there and cut like a big time English promo, right? But even aside from that, she has still managed to connect with the crowd. And that takes a big skill, because how many times don't you see people saying like, the language barrier, it's going to hold you back. It's going to hold you back. It has not held back Stephanie. And that is a thing that makes me very, very excited. But here's the other thing, is that in leading up to this match, so here's the kind of like the timeline. From last Tuesday, we found out, or was it last Tuesday or the Tuesday before that when we found out this match was made? Maybe like 2 Tuesdays before that, right? So it had been 2 weeks. Let's just say 2 weeks. So we found out the match was going to happen. We came on here. We predicted Stephanie. And then a couple days later, I didn't necessarily get this match spoiled, but there were some reports out there by multiple wrestling news sites basically stating the reasons as to why this match was made. Because there was a lot of people, including me and you, Chinedu, that were like, what the hell? This is happening already? This match isn't happening at Stand and Deliver. It's happening at Roadblock. And so basically, I ended up seeing that, this match was made because one of the women was injured already going into this match. And then you basically did process of elimination and you realize that that person was GIULIA. And so it looks like she's reportedly dealing with some sort of hand injury is what's kind of going out there right now based on backstage reports. And so when I saw that, it had basically reconfirmed the theory that Stephanie VAQUER was going to be walking out as double champ. So I went into this kind of feeling going like, oh shit, like, it's unfortunate that it had to happen under these circumstances because GIULIA, unfortunately, being hurt, that sucks. You don't want her reign to end like that, but that is where we're at right now. Chin, did you get that spoiled for you too? Had you seen those reports going into the match? Did it impact anything for you?
Yeah, I absolutely did see those leaked, I spoilers, whatever. I did see those reports about GIULIA being injured. I wouldn't say spoil it for me. I'm a wrestling fan at heart too, so I will still enjoy a good wrestling match, even if I know the outcome. I still want to see the moves, maneuvers. I want to see how they work the crowd. The entire part of it, the entire artistry of it is very important to me, though. But I was still, I feel it's unfortunate it happened, especially with such a lengthy build that Roxanne had with that title for so long. And I think this is only her second defense. And you hate to see a champion go out that way without having to really have like sunk their teeth into a really good storyline, a really good feud, though. But injuries happen in this. This is a sport. I know we watch it for entertainment. It's still a sport. Injuries happen, and whatever injury this is, whatever. In my mind, I was like, we can't just hold off a little bit longer to Stand and Deliver. Like, how bad is the injury? It made me wonder, though. But I know they know best. I know they probably know things we may not know. So she needs to go away, get, have surgery, perhaps get in, recover. I wish her the best. Look forward to her coming back. But I am very happy that Stephanie is champion, because she's honestly who I wanted to be world champion first. I saw GIULIA as the North American Women's Champion. I saw it reverse. So, the way they corrected it, I'm for it. But now I just wonder, their biggest match on paper that they could have would be, Stephanie versus GIULIA, though. So, what match is bigger? I'm guessing Stephanie versus Jordan for Stand and Deliver for the title. Because I'm trying to think what blockbuster opponent could she get right now for Stand and Deliver now that GIULIA is, like, unfortunately on the shelf.
It's Jordan to me. It's got to be Jordan. Like, Jordan is the megastar. And it's interesting, though, because, like, you're looking at this and she's got 2 titles. I don't think she's going to be holding on to both titles for very long because, again, we've talked so much about how the women are money here on NXT. But the reason that NXT North America's championship was, brought to life on NXT was because of how many women are on that roster. So, of course, NXT is not going to want, both of their titles essentially hung up on one person. So I'm not expecting her time as double champ to last for so long. I'm thinking, I don't know, we had kind of thrown this out there that maybe there's the idea that Jada might be the one that takes the NXT North American Championship from her. And we see Stephanie, as NXT Women's Champion, continue to, defend that championship bout, get her proper reign until she finds herself across the ring from Jordynne Grace. And who knows, I'm not even saying that Jordynne Grace will defeat her at Stand and Deliver. We don't even know that because right now, here's the thing, Stephanie is over. She's not just some person that Jordynne Grace can come in and defeat. No, she is over. So depending on like how much over she gets from now until then, there's a good shot that we can see Stephanie VAQUER defeat Jordynne Grace at Stand and Deliver, if that's even the match that they even decide to make. And like, even think about those dynamics, Chin. Like, even hearing myself say that out loud, it's huge.
I mean, and when you think
That's
about
how
it,
over she is.
and she's extremely over, and it makes you wonder too, ever like what direction will they go in for Stand Deliver? Sorry, I had to turn off my Siri for a second. Sorry, what direction will they go in for Stand Deliver though? Because the way they built up Stephanie, like I really, the way they built both these people up, I don't see either one of them losing. And in my mind, neither one of them can afford to lose. And at the same time, this is what you want in your storylines. Neither opponent can afford to lose. This is how I felt, same way with Rock Austin at WrestleMania 17. They both have to win. I like those storylines. I like those parameters where you feel like neither person can like afford to lose. Like they have to win. So I'm looking forward to this collision course, man. Like NXT again, Uncle Sean. I don't know who's back there with you. All right, y'all keep cooking. All right, I don't know what season they're using, but they're using good seasoning.
Well, the one thing that I do want to mention though is that this match here, it's one of those things where you've got to give both women their flowers. I know that right now the conversation, the talk of the town is going to be Stephanie VAQUER, but you've got to give them both the flowers because Giulia went in there, not being 100%. She went in there with an injury and she still did the match. She did the job. She lost the title. She passed it on to Stephanie VAQUER because she knows that she can't keep moving forward defending the championship. And so she did her due diligence. She did what she needed to do. And now Stephanie VAQUER in this match, both her and Giulia, man, they freaking killed it. One of my favorite parts in this match was when Giulia did the same spot that Stephanie does where she smashes people's faces into the mat, and Giulia did her version of that. And this time when Stephanie did it, the crowd stood up and even started chanting for Booker T because it's become synonymous with Booker and his chants. I thought that was freaking great. But just like overall, they really did put on a good performance, even though one of those women, that being Giulia, wasn't 100% going into that match. And I want to make sure to give them both their flowers because I know the moment is really going to be about Stephanie, but Giulia does deserve, a shout out because dude, she went in there and again, she could have easily relinquished the bout, Chin. She could have relinquished the bout and she didn't. Like she went in there and she still defended it with everything she had. So I really, really love that. And I could not be more excited. I could not be more excited about the future of the NXT women's division, especially seeing Stephanie VAQUER at the top of it right now. So I'm just like thrilled, Chin. I'm so thrilled. Seeing a Latina woman be over as Stephanie, as good as Stephanie, get this great moment. I am thrilled. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of these super chats, and then we got to get into the rest of the show because there is a whole lot to really dive into. All right, so let's see. We got John Taylor here. This is actually from the Watch Along. Says it's the year 2050 and Denise is one of her 17 children as she gestures to her vault of markers. One day, Jacob Jr., this will be all yours. I know you're out of the loop on this. Just know I have a huge marker collection. That's what needs to be said because during the Stephanie and Giulia match, I don't know if you noticed, but when they were fighting on the outside, there was, it wasn't during their match. it was during Ethan Page and Javon Evans. Whatever. One of those matches, they went outside and fought on the outside, and there was a marker just randomly thrown on the floor. And we were like, what? Why is that marker there?
I'm going to go back and look.
Yeah, we
Who
got
threw a
Kalyan
marker?
Krishna. I don't know. I have no idea how that ended up there. We got Kalyan Krishna who says, hello, Miss Denise. You were great with your Spanish. Thank you so much, Kalyan. And that gives me the opportunity, guys. I have not one, but 2 interviews with Stephanie. I have an interview with Stephanie before she was in WWE, where she really talks about her background, having moved from Chile to Mexico to become a professional wrestler. And she really, really details her journey. And then our second interview, it just came out a couple of days ago. In the second interview, she's talking about her experience in WWE, her experience with the coaches, her experience working with Shawn Michaels, working with all of the women of NXT, all of that. So if you I feel like if you put those 2 interviews together, you get one really strong mega interview. So you can probably watch them back to back and really gain a nice insight on Stephanie VAQUER. So thank you so much to Kalyan Krishna for the love. We also have Heidi Ho here who says, joined in the middle of a Blue Chew ad. That chat was weird. What a show. One of the best NXT weekly shows of all time in my book, all bangers. That's the thing that I wanted to say right off the bat too, is that every single match here delivered top to bottom. Chin, it was just nonstop. Like there was no matches here that were bad tonight.
Oh, none on the card at all. But before we get into that more, I want to say thank you for the super chats as well. So y'all a big part of the show. We love you guys. And also, I want to highlight again, Denise is Spanish. Listen, I've always known that you know Spanish, whatever. But like sometimes I get caught up in the fact Denise is such a Cali girl, y'all. And like she talks like such a Cali girl. You forget that she's cold with Spanish. And that's the thing I looked up. I say, oh, Stephanie, I pulled up because I pulled an interview, whatever, and I'm listening to what I'm working on, but I'm like,
you're like, who's this bitch? What?
Yeah.
The fuck is this, Lisa?
Yes. Oh, that's right. I'm like, that's what's like. That's right. That's okay. That's right. She called. Great interview though, man. Great interview too, and also like with the captions too, y'all. I mean, and they were amazing captions, up to beating everything, y'all. That's extra work behind the scenes, y'all. Great interview again. If you guys have not watched it, go watch the interview right after the stream. All right, go watch it right after the stream. You ain't doing nothing else. All right, go watch right after the stream or whatever. Help the numbers and all that. That's good stuff. But I mean, interrupted, but that was a really good interview.
Dude, and she's such a draw, man. Like the numbers Chin, that were coming in so fast for that interview. I don't often see numbers like that. And when I dropped that interview, I was like, holy shit. It hadn't even been up an hour and it was already at like 4,000 views. And I'm like, dude, 4,000 views in an hour is huge for me. So I was just blown away. Heidi Hope, thank you so much for the love and for the generous super chat. We got Ebony Prince here, DWO member for 15 months, says, hi, Denise and Chin. Great show. Congrats, Stephanie. 100% agree. Thank you, Ebony. We got Sheldon Jackson in the building. He says, great show, but had a feeling Stephanie was going to win. And now for the second time, Stephanie has beaten Giulia for a title. Stephanie beat her for the New Japan Strong Women's title and now the NXT Women's title. Oh my God. Can you imagine if she had mentioned that in our interview, you know, having wrestled Giulia in the past before in Japan. But can you imagine if down the line, like several years from now, who knows when, they battle, or maybe not even that long, maybe 2 years, I don't know. What if they're battling for one of the main titles on Raw or SmackDown for the women's championships? Can you imagine if finally the third one is the one where Giulia finally beats Stephanie, but on the main roster? They could tell this whole story about how Stephanie beat her in Japan, Stephanie beat her in NXT. Can she beat her again when this big moment? I don't know. I know I'm looking light years ahead, but I can't help it.
I'm looking light years ahead with you. I love the storyline because again, we're in the era now where like Triple H will use like content from other companies' promotions if he can to make great video packages, which I feel which really helps these wrestlers and the history. That way we know how serious the match is. You give us a chance to really see how long they've known each other, the battles they've had, the highlights of those battles. It'll get us way more invested. And I'm hoping Giulia wins one, man. That sucks being down 2-0 and now you're injured. All right, that sucks. That
It
sucks.
definitely does. It definitely does. But hopefully she'll get. I mean, look at what happened with Roxanne. Remember Roxanne's first run as NXT Women's Champion and how it didn't go the way that we all thought that it was going to go. And then what happened? She came back and she hella redeemed herself, and she had one of the best runs that I've seen for NXT Women. So it can happen. She will redeem herself, and Giulia will hopefully get her proper run as NXT Women's Champion. Thank you, Sheldon. We got Cheesesteak 59. Cheesesteak, thank you for your generous super chat. Saying this was a great PLE worthy show. Congrats to Stephanie. I'm loving that this is like the common consensus from everybody that watched the show saying that this was PLE level. I noticed that they were on a row the second after we got that opening tag team match, and we went straight into Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez, and then right into Obafemi and Muth. I mean, once I saw that, I'm like, all right, they're going, what was it? 6 out of 6 with their matches today. Everybody killed it on that show. So all the stars are aligned. Thank you, Cheesesteak 59. We got Ben Fossey. Ben, thank you so much for this generous super chat saying, hello, Lisa. I was meant to say Denise. I'm so happy because Stephanie is my favorite. I think that is Roxanne's last match in NXT. A great tag team match. Jordan Parker versus Stephanie next. So here's the thing. We need to get into that. So that was another really good match that we saw today between Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez. That was their second match against each other. The first one we saw at NXT Battleground where Roxanne successfully defended her NXT championship. That was when Jordan Grace was still with TNA Wrestling. And so I went into this match thinking that this was Roxanne Perez's last match. However, I'm not entirely too sure coming out of it because usually when it is someone's last match, Chin, you get the moment where everybody stands up and applauds and, they soak in the moment and they walk out. We didn't get any of that with Roxanne. So now I'm not so sure that this was her last match. But this was really freaking good. She went out there. She had a plan. She attacked the knee of Jordan Grace so much throughout this entire match. But Jordan Grace hits her finisher, gets her win. And it was a strong, strong finish to a really, really good thought out match here. I loved the storytelling in this match. What'd you think?
I surely did too. This was a great, great match. This was this close to me for being match of the night. To me, it was that close to me by a hair because they had they were firing on all cylinders. My wife does not watch wrestling, y'all. Okay, I had to go back and show her the fall from grace and how Roxanne's head was this close from it being terrible. And how and even she was like, oh my God, it was that close, y'all. It was just that part right there. Everything back and forth, the momentum, Jordan's show of power in there, and the way Roxanne sells, it was all just truly not to give a hearty pun. It was truly poetry in motion to me. This was amazing, and I was expecting this to be her last match too, because with everything going on the main roster, getting victories over Raquel and being the Elimination Chamber, moments at the Rumble, the potential feud with Bayley. I was expecting that, but honestly, after Monday night, seeing Bayley job out for some reason, I know there was interference, but it was still weird. And then tonight, seeing Roxanne happen, and she didn't get her moment because I was waiting on that moment too. I her to stand up because she's been cornerstone of NXT Women's Division for about 2 years. So you think she gets that moment, and especially in MSG, but it didn't happen. I was wondering if it happened during commercial break, but I don't think it happened at all. So I'm on the same boat. I think she's still there. I was wondering what she would do still being there because, there's no point of her getting the title back, in my opinion. She's done everything she could do with it. I don't know what else she could do on NXT, but, I'm hoping it'll be something really, really good, though, if she is staying, though. But if she's on to the main roster, I hope that she does,
Yeah, I feel you on that. And no, I get the standard. I have the standard version of Netflix, which comes with no ads. Apparently, I just learned this yesterday. And so I did learn that, watching the show, they didn't do anything like that for Roxanne. So nothing happened during the commercials of that nature. So, the only things that I can see circling back for Roxanne, maybe she does go up against Stephanie. Maybe Stephanie defeats her. Maybe she does go up and have a feud with Cora Jade. That's still another thing that they can circle back to. So there is those possibilities. Who knows? Maybe they'll run back her and Jordan for a third time. I can see that happening too. So there are some things there just don't feel like it has to happen. I think people do want to see Roxanne Perez, move up. Anyways, thank you so much to Ben Fossey. We got Mr. Acosta here who says Giulia is having visa issues, sad face. I don't know about that. I'll have to look at that, but thank you so much, Mr. Acosta. We have Sweet and Sassy Creations who says, did anyone else think Ethan dressed for a job interview, not a street fight? A couple of people pointed out that like both guys were in there with their knee pads over their pants, but let's talk about that match. Javon Evans versus Ethan Page, New York City street fight. I'm going to be honest with you. This was the match that I was least interested going into the show. And in the first couple of minutes, I wasn't like that into it. But the last few minutes, once we saw Javon Evans start flying all over the ring, these crazy dives that he's doing, like shooting like a goddamn shooting star, that is when I thought that this match really started to pick up. And that's when I started to feel like, okay, I'm into this and I'm liking what we're getting. What did you think of Ethan Page and Javon Evans?
First of all, Sue, notice the knee pads as well. I was like, this isn't how I don't know if you're supposed to wear them on the outside, guys. But I mean, hey, it's cool. It's all good, Again, I was very excited with this outcome. The person that I wanted to win this match won. I felt at this point, you guys got to give Javon something at this point. Like this guy, Ethan, has pretty much cut Javon off on every corner of this feud. He has to win this match. And again, this match, again, was on the lower level of my excitement. I still wanted to see it though, because I've been into the storyline, but the right person won. Again, the last few minutes of the match, all excitement. I mean, that was really where the money of this match is. And I think it was probably designed that way, just to, tell a story as best they could and end it on the right note. I enjoyed it. I don't know where each character goes from here. I'm hoping, I guess Javon, at least in the hunt for a North American title, shot or something, just because I feel like everyone should be focused on gold at some point. So, I don't know where they go. I don't know if Ethan tries to go back for that world title again. Oba needs somebody to squash. So we see where it goes. We'll see what happens. But overall, I enjoyed the match. The right person won.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's like the NXT North American champion is currently Shawn Spears. He wasn't even on the show today. On the match. He was on the show. He had a vignette, but didn't have a match. So let me rephrase that. I don't want everyone to be like, Denise, Shawn Spears was. Yes, he was. He just didn't have a match. But I can see Javon Evans, that being his first step into like becoming, getting some goals, because you're right. You should have those goals. And I feel like at this point, he's I know that the criticism we always give is like, he's too young. We can't really take him that seriously. But the point blank, though, he's probably one of the most exciting acts that you can watch on NXT, as we've constantly seen that happen over and over. And so for that reason, I do think that's the right call for Javon Evans. And they killed it in this match today. Absolutely killed it. So I feel like they definitely earned my interest there. We got Dawn, aka Smiley Girl, who was actually at the show today. She says, hey, Denise, hey, Chin, just got out of Roadblock. Oh my God, what a night. Great matches, great crowd. I had so much fun from start to finish. We were pumped. Dawn, you went to probably the best Tuesday NXT show in a very, very long time. So I'm going to definitely say that you got your money's worth. Chin, what'd you think of the theater at MSG?
I thought it looked amazing. Looking at that crowd, that sea of people, the way they panned it, I was like, it looked like it was almost an endless crowd of people in there, man. The electricity they gave, because sometimes people, I know there was a time people will be at a time where some folks were nervous about NXT on the road not being in their usual place. But you look at the way the crowds receive NXT and the stars, and just like they made it feel like it was main roster, big time PLE, which it was. This crowd, there's so much energy. Again, people like Dawn in there going crazy for all the great people out there, man. It was just such a great show, because again, I really feel all the PLEs, the shows, the crowd makes or breaks them. Bad crowds really do destroy great matches, because it pulls the wrestlers out. They don't feel as charged as they should. But a crowd like this, man, I truly hope this is the start of a really, really big trend, and just couldn't agree more.
I really hope they run more shows there. I liked it because it was big enough to look like a big deal, but but still not so big that it lost the intimacy of those small venues. And so I loved this venue. Please run more shows there. Thank you so much, John, and glad you had a nice time. We got JJ Castile in the building. JJ, thank you so much for tuning in and for your generous super chat. JJ says Stephanie versus Giulia was such a great match. Congrats to Stephanie. Well deserved. Every match was great and exceeded expectations. Can't wait for Stand and Deliver. Keep up the great works, Denise. Thank you so much, JJ. I really thank you for that. And shout out to the Castillo name, the Castillo family. It's also my extension, my part of my family that's also Castillo. So always love to the Castillos. But anyways, no, honestly, what else I can say, this match was great, phenomenal. Can't wait to see what Stephanie does. And I think NXT, they realized what they got in Stephanie. I mean, she was out there at the Rangers game, touring New York. She's doing media. They're like, she's not being held back by this language barrier whatsoever. And I love that because she's just going to get better and better and keep practicing. And she's going to become like an even bigger star as she continues going along.
Oh, wholeheartedly agree. And I never liked that trope two people had about languages. Those like, there's always that. Well, she won't be able to get over in a North American crowd. Like, no, I'm firmly believing she can. And it's always like the fact that people don't even take a second to realize she knows 2 languages. She knows 2 She knows 2. And people be like, oh, she can't get it. Get what? You talking about get what? Like this is I mean, I'm getting too deep into that though, but this is a very interesting perspective people have on the concept. I'm so happy that Yes, but I'm so happy they're pushing Stephanie because she is a star. And again, I'm hoping that she keeps that world title for quite some time. I want the women's North American title on Parker. All right, but you can keep that women's side North title on there, for a little bit, until Samba J. Parker wins women's side. Then you're gonna have to get that title over Miss Walker now. But everything else is great.
We got David Ferrero here who says, I think Stephanie will vacate the NXT North American title like what Keith Lee did before he won both titles. Hopefully a ladder match at Stand and Deliver for the NXT North American Women's Championship. I don't want them to do that, only because I've again already done it. I would prefer for her to lose it in a fair way. Kind of like how, Giulia passed the belt to her. I would want to see one of the other women earn it because, come on, it would give a really good opportunity to another girl kind of making the climb up to get a win over Stephanie. And of course, the way that you can tell a good story around that. So I would be okay with that. And I don't think it would take away from Stephanie if she were to drop one of those titles. So thank you so much to David Primero. We got Cheesesteak 59 who also says, not much floor room in that arena tonight. Glad nobody got hurt. I didn't notice it only because it wasn't nearly as bad as NXT Battleground when they were at the Apex. There was no room at that building. Like when I saw that, I'm like, dude, like these poor women having to do that ladder match with like no space between the ring and the barricade. That was nuts.
That's scary, man.
Thank you, Cheesesteak 59. We got Dan Jackson who says, Lisa Salcedo, aka Pina Colada, wrestler name for Chin. Ooh, what's your wrestler name? Mine's Pina Colada. I've told people that in the past.
I almost like it's so weird because like my name is Chinedu. I feel like just like Maven. I feel like I can go with that in the ring and people Chinedu. Okay, let's do it.
Donna, Cher, Maven, Chinedu.
I'm telling you, man.
Perfect.
One word, just like Sinbad. One word.
We got the Champ 39 here who says, it's sad to see my dream girlfriend Giulia lost, but a win is a win. She earned it. Congrats to Stephanie. Both deserved praise for their performance in New York City. 1000% agree. And yeah, it's unfortunate that Giulia lost, but on the bright side, like they're friends. I'm sure Giulia was very happy seeing. She looked like it a little bit like you can kind of see her happiness or maybe feeling proud and seeing Stephanie have her moment. At the end of the day, they're friends and they've been through this journey. They've seen each other across this journey. So yeah, I feel like she would be happy for her. I would hope she'd be. And I think she is. We got Stephen Martrulli here who says Stephanie VAQUER combination of beauty and skill, not to be played with, has it factor. 1000%. She's got the aura, she's got the magnetism, and the skill to back it up. Thank you, Steven. We got Crew Kid 52. Good to see you again, Crew Kid. Crew Kid says, hey guys, was in the building. Nice. Says, what an amazing show. As for Javon, that boy, good man. Also the main event, Oba versus Moose and the opener rules. Well, that leads me to get into, thank you, Crew Kid, because we got to get into Oba Femi versus Moose. I think this was match of the night. Chin, do you back me up on this one?
Oh yeah. I was surprised there was any ring left after they had that match. I thought they was gonna destroy that ring, crumble it, and they would have to come out and bring a new one or hope something like that. But this was an amazing match. This was everything we wanted it to be and more. Beyond big meaty men slapping meat. This was Titans going at it, man. Like it felt that suplex to me was so amazing. That superplex, and then like had the Moose charged up, and then Oba reversed it. I was like, I didn't even realize what happened for a second. I had to be like, wait. All right, this is amazing. This is amazing. Match of the night. Match of the night, though. Everyone, all the answer styles, everyone back home, we are proud of. We are proud. Look at Oba. Oh.
Killed it. What are the news? We have a new saying around here, Chin, and it was born today. You want to know what the new saying here is? Meat and power, power and meat, because that is what we got in this match. Like, that was the thing that I wanted. I wanted to see intensity, the power from both of these guys, because they're big dudes, but they're also very, very strong. And that's what we got that moment when Oba threw out Moose out of the ring. I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, Moose is not a small man. And that was one of the things that I was saying during the watch along, was that these guys are so massive, right? That they could do little things that if anybody else did it, no big deal, no reaction whatsoever, right? But if they do it because they are so big like that, it just comes across like it hits a lot harder. There were some really great moments. I mean, all of the slams, the slam onto the ring apron, the slam onto the commentary table, that was freaking cool. I mean, there were so many strong moments in this match that it really gave Obafemi, it made Obafemi look like a better champion, that he was able to overcome somebody like Moose.
Absolutely. This was the first time I ever felt, even though I knew he was going to win, because as a wrestling fan, I can still enjoy a match. This is the first time I ever felt like his title was really in peril. Like, I was like, oh man, he might lose. Those near falls were killer, man. I was like, wait a minute, this is good for big guys in this ring moving the way they was moving. And again, to see him like lift up. Oh, Oba's not no small dude. This was amazing feats of strength, speed, everything. You said meat and power and meat. First of all, I thought we was about to have a Blue Chew ad coming up. I was like, well, this is a new little saying we got here. But it applies to this match even more. It applies to this match even more. And this was just again match of the night. If this is not nominated for a match of the year contender, I would be surprised.
It's got to be up there. I hope it's not forgotten about, because it's so early in the year. Yeah. But and that tends to happen sometimes. Like, once we get to the end of the year, best stuff matches, the early ones sometimes get forgotten about.
Yeah, like that year, Carmelo and Ilya went at it. Those matches were insane.
All of them. They had so many matches, and one was just better than the other. Other. I think it was 3 in total at the end of it all.
Yes, I was like, these were the best matches of the year, in my opinion. All 3 of them.
Crew Kid 52, thank you so much. We got Cheesesteak 59 who says NXT plus TNA outperforming both main roster shows lately. One of the things that I did note was that I did think that NXT tonight had a better start than Raw last night, a way better start. And of course, the ending, it's a totally different kinds of endings. You really can't compare. It's like apples and oranges with the way Raw ended and the way NXT ended. But I think as a whole, top to bottom, NXT was a stronger show, just because everything was interesting throughout the entire show, versus Raw. To me, the most interesting things was, of course, the main event, the steel cage match with Roman coming back, and then also the Io Bianca Rhea segment. Like, those 2 things were amazing, and then everything else was just kind of there, versus I think NXT, every single match and segment hit today. Also forgot to mention, Obafemi had he got the rub from The Undertaker. Literally, that was another good, really cool moment. What'd you think of that?
I thought that was amazing. Again, the Undertaker on as character and kayfabe does not, like, he don't give the rub to everybody. Everybody don't get that. Like, he just does not do it, because if he did, it wouldn't mean anything. To give it to Oba, I feel is a big stamp that he sees this guy as somebody on that main roster in a few years really gonna be tearing it up, and it's such a good feeling to see it. Because, like, I mean, again, to see Undertaker like this anyway, because he was never like this for 30 freaking years. And to see him like be this and give back to NXT the way they have, it's just amazing. And this goes to show y'all the talent of this roster and how much money Ari Emanuel has. Like, this guy is cooking with pockets, man. We didn't see Undertaker how many times he's retired. This means that the checks are good, and I'm happy for Mark as a fellow Texan. Mark, get that money, man. All right, I'm so happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you, man.
It's YouTuber Undertaker, totally different Undertaker.
Oh
We
yeah,
got
totally. Yeah, oh
Kenzie
yeah.
here.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, by the way, I don't want to. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Kenty here says happy NXT win for 2 non-native women as champ. Yeah, there you go, man. It's really cool to see a lot of history being made. We got Felipa C here who says, I'm from Chile and Stephanie is a big time celebrity now. Mainstream media talks about her and we're ecstatic. Thank you for the interview, Denise. Felipe, thank you so much for saying this. I had no idea that that was happening in Chile. And I'm not surprised too, because today I noticed on the chat that there was a bunch of people here that were tuning in to support Stephanie and to watch NXT, and they were like, we're from Chile, and I'm like, oh shit, like I haven't seen that many people from Chile on the chat before, so that was very, very cool.
I wholly agree. Real quick disclaimer. Yeah, I'm on talking about Undertaker the character, guys. I don't, that's just who I talk Undertaker as.
No, I'm not talking about Undertaker politic Undertaker. I was just joking at the fact that we got Undertaker as a YouTuber because for so long he wouldn't break kayfabe. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, good. I was like, man, I don't want to get Denise channel flagged.
I'm not talking about politics Undertaker.
I was like, I want to get the video flagged. Wait, the monetization. No. I was like, no.
No, there would be no issue on that end. Definitely not. No, I was talking about how, like, for years, The Undertaker would not break kayfabe, right? And now it's like we got Undertaker YouTuber Undertaker, who's talking about all of these things and stories and things like that. And that's the Undertaker that we're seeing now. He's going out there and giving the rub to, Obafemi and Rhea Ripley and who else, So it's like, yeah, totally different.
Love it.
Thank you, Felipa C. We got Anthony Giuliano who says, looks like we might be getting Jada versus Stephanie at Stand and Deliver for one championship or both championships. Definitely not both. I still don't think that would be the direction to go. And plus, you don't want to keep the two titles on one person for too long. And you don't want to have them floating together. You want to have them floating separately of those two titles. Thank you, Anthony Giuliano. We got Luis Arturo Mendez here who says, if NXT returns to New York City, do you think they should hold it at the Hammerstein Ballroom? It would be hella cool if they did. I would be super into it. Wouldn't mind it. Never say never. We see a lot of cool things happen in pro wrestling. We also have Anthony Giuliano here who says, I had a cool cameo from Jada Parker. The video is supposed to be for me, but I praised her on how proud everyone is of her. You can go check it out. That is so cool. I didn't even know she was on Cameo. So there you go. You can get yourself a Jada cameo, apparently.
I'm gonna give me one. I'm gonna give me one. I'm gonna give me one of her congratulating me on my tour when it's over. She don't have no idea what you're talking about. Great job on the tour, Chin. It's great. Proud of you. Thank you.
Best comedian ever. Love it. Mr. Future Jada Parker. Love it. Thank you, Anthony. We got Heidi Ho here who says, one day we're going to get an Obafemi versus Braun Baker match. I think about that way more than I should. Hey man, yeah, you're putting that in my head and I'm here for it. Yeah, I think that would be hella cool. Thank you so much, Heidi Ho, for your generous super chat as well as your generous vision of what you see for both Braun Breaker and Obafemi down the line. All right, we got 2 more matches to get into for today's show. And that, my friends, is the opening match that we saw for the tag team titles, the Hardy Boys versus Fraction. I have one thing to say, and it's 2 words. Holy speed. The speed at which we saw Fraction move about, it was insane. And of course, that's really nothing new, but they just really kept it going. And it was so cool to see them work against the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys looked great, by the way. And the way that they did this match, at no point did I feel like the Hardy Boys just couldn't keep up with Fraction. Like, it looked really good the way that the match, like, was. They started the show off hot. They set the tone for the night. I was all in. I had thought that maybe we were going to see brand new TNA tag team champions in Fraction, but it didn't happen. It's fine. Whatever. Maybe I was just, thinking a little too crazy. But the Hardy Boys retained their tag team titles, though. What'd you think of this match, Chin?
I thought it was a great match. When Matt Jeff came out, they looked like the Hardys of old. I was like, oh my goodness! If I was watching them on SmackDown in 2000 again for a brief second, then but again too, it's like they were still, there's, of course, they're older guys now, but this match was amazing. And like again, I didn't see old guys. There have been some matches where I have been concerned when Jeff goes up there. I'm like, please, Jeff. You don't have to do this, man. You have plenty of money already. I be feeling that way. Like you have money. It's you're good. But tonight was not one of those nights. Like they looked amazing in that ring. Like the speed at which they moved, the swantons, everything was amazing. And I feel like Fraction was the perfect opponent for them to have this quality of match at Madison Square for this type of PLE. This is a great way to open the show. I'm happy the Hardys won. I do know that Fraction are the NXT guys, the NXT guys. But I felt this crowd would have been very upset if the Hardys would have lost, though. So let's make sure we do the right thing here. The Hardys win because the Hardys, no disrespect to Fraction, the crowd views them more WWE than Fraction, of course. So, even though they're in TNA, they're still the Hardys, so we still want them to win. Nostalgia always wins in the end, though. So I'm happy that the Hardys did, retain.
Facts. I 100% agree with you on that, Chin. But with that being said, we covered every single match that went down today on NXT. That was the show. That was NXT Roadblock, and it was a really, really fun one. Again, before we go, please, guys, go check out that interview with Stephanie VAQUER. Check out the first one I did. Check out the second one I did. Just Google it. Not Google it. Go on YouTube search, and you'll find it. Stephanie VAQUER, just the newest one. Click on videos and you'll find it there. Before we go, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow to do the AEW Dynamite Watch Along. I'll be here on Friday for the SmackDown Watch Along. So we still got a lot happening this week. This has been a very busy week in pro wrestling. Chin, before we go, please tell the people where they can find you and where they can support you.
Well, first and foremost, we have my Texas dates already up and going. This is the Am I Your Age Mate Tour. Houston, Texas is my next stop. May 1st at the Houston Improv. May 30th, I'll be in San Antonio at the Upstage Comedy Lounge. July 26th, I'll be in Cypress, Texas at the Sci-Fair Visual Performing Arts Center. And August 2nd, I'll be in Pasadena at Winners Comedy Club. More dates will be added, guys. All my people in Atlanta, New Orleans, LA, I will be out there just working on finalizing those dates with the venues. I'm doing it all at comedy clubs this year, y'all. I want y'all to come to the comedy clubs, enjoy it, have a great time. Besides that, you can follow me on all my platforms. I'm dusting off that YouTube channel, man. I'm working on content now. I'm doing a life update video, and I'm pulling a page out of Denise Salcedo's book and Maven's book, if you will. Hopefully you guys will like it. That's what I got going on for me, myself in the meantime. But however, in terms of this channel, please go watch that interview with Stephanie VAQUER again. I know y'all have not caught up on all the amazing elimination footage and content that Denise put up. Go watch it, all right? Because it does not have over 200,000 views. So I know everybody ain't watched it, okay? Everything's be having 200,000 views, every single person, all right? Go watch the content. Big congrats to the homie Denise, a.k.a. Lisa. Rock was drunk. It's okay. Shout out to Denise on hitting with 220,000 followers, just like that. 20,000 extra new followers on a YouTube, which is so hard to get, y'all, all right? Shout out to the homie Denise on that, man. Great content as well. Go watch it. Check it out. Watch all the content. Hit that play all button, okay? Let it run in the background all day, all right? All day, okay? It helps, all right? And overall, don't be a dick. Give it a click. And also, tickets available at Chindedu.com. Boom.
I love it. Alrighty, guys, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. You're already here. Click that subscribe button. Check out the interview with Stephanie. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.